Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. It is match day live. It's Leicester City versus Manchester United away at Old Trafford, and it's the FA Cup. Before we get into it, I want to say thank you to this VIP over here for joining us today, all the way from the United stand. Nah, I'm joking. But Anil, if anybody, there were people who saw it. I'm sure Anil was on the United stand today, talking all things Leicester and Man United. So. It was top quality, which is why I wanted to bring this comment up here. Just popped here to say what a quality guest you were on the United stand. United fan here, but lots of links to Leicester through my family. So sending you all the best for the channel. Keep up the great work. You smashed it, Anil. You smashed it. Anyway, let's start with you, mate. How you doing today?
Amazing. Good to be with the dream team. This is the A team. Everyone's here. Interesting lineup, let's see. But Monga on the bench, eh? So yeah, who knows? There's no pressure on this game, so maybe we can do something. It'd be nice to have a result for once, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Right, Luke, over to you, mate. I bet it's 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. What's going on, mate?
It's 3:42 a.m. I'm already questioning why I got up when I said it's 11. But hey, man, I'm going to be deluded and back the boys.
There we go. Well, we know what happened last time you backed the boys. We got thumped 4-0. Anyway, over to Manny, mate. What's going on? How you doing?
Looking forward to this one. I'm looking at the team lineup as I look at you. That's why my eyes are going another way. But to see Jeremy Monga on the bench fills me with excitement. I almost don't care about the result. Just for the 15 minutes, hopefully, that this kid gets tonight, I want to see what all the fuss has been about.
Yes, right. Before we get into that team news, because it's very important, I want to say thank you to Chips, all the way from the Philippines. He is the graphic designer on BTG. He's come up clutch. What a guy he is. You're going to be seeing these graphics throughout the whole 90 minutes. And we will also have Manny with us for the whole 90 minutes, which is something new for the channel. Anyway, everyone wants to talk about the team news. Let's talk about it. Anil, what is your first reaction? We'll talk about Monga, but the starting 11, mate.
It's mixed. It's sort of like there's some good things and some bad things. So seeing Ayew and Bobby de Cordova-Reid again is Daka instead of Vardy. I think it's about time we saw that. What is Luke Thomas still doing? Well, basically, where is Woyo Koulibaly? But otherwise, I think Okoli for Vestergaard makes sense. But Fass and Okoli, interesting. I don't know. Rude's got some funny ideas about football, let me tell you that. But it's good to see Big Wolf back as well, though, I'll say.
Yeah, Luke, mate, talk to me on the lineup. You did the preview a couple of days ago with Doc. Some nice comments in there as well, saying how good it was. It was a quality preview. Talk to me, mate. Compare the team that you picked to this team?
I was kind of expecting just maybe, we might see Thomas stand instead of Victor Christensen. But, mate, I agree with Anil. I think it's redundant. If you're not even going to play Woyo in the cup game and he's our only signing, I think it's quite disappointing. As for Faze and Okoli as a partnership, if we're going to play a high line, like I mentioned before, they probably have pacier centre-backs. However, I think after the game that Vestergaard just had, I think you're going to have to drop him. It was worse than Faze. But the only thing I'm glad that Daka's in for a game. It feels weird and foreign for me to say that. But like, what does annoy me is we've got no pace whatsoever again, with our width between de Cordova-Reid and Ayew. To be honest with you, I would rather McAteer than Ayew play in this game. And I know that sounds harsh. I'm not saying he's better. I just want to see either some youth that we have left after we've loaned everyone out, or at very least have some pace in the wing.
Before I come to you on Ndidi, Manny, because I do want to come to you, and Neil, just quickly, I want you to answer Tom's question here. Why spend 3 million on a right back if we're not going to give him some game time in the cup? I mean, I asked the same question on Twitter. Somebody did reply and say, probably because he's shit. But yeah, you talk to me, mate. I mean, what do you make to Tom's comment here? Because it's a good question.
I don't get it at all. It's a cup game. It's the exact. I was thinking that's the reason why he's been saved. Got given 5 minutes, then 20 minutes or half an hour, and then he's going to get the full game this time round. Doesn't make sense to me. But maybe he's not as good as he is. But like I say, I've got a lot of time for Rude, but there are some things he does that are baffling, and that's another one to add to his long list of them.
Yeah, I've been thrown under the bus here, by the way, by LCFC Rude saying, Locks, you wanted Edouard to start. I don't think I quite said that. I was actually getting on board with Manny's idea of, well, if you've got him, use him. But anyway, he's not in the squad. So is Vardy on the bench?
No.
So Edouard's not on the bench, even though
No,
Vardy's starting.
that's like I said, that's another weird rude thing. It's like, does that mean IU's going to go on top and then Monga's going to come out wide? That's what I'm expecting. But like I say, some oddities in this particular thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, I completely agree. Right, Manny, you've been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for this. Talk to me. Your main guy, the Willie you love most, Wilfred Ndidi, is back in the starting 11, mate. Talk to me.
You know I love a bit of Big Willie style, and we have been missing this man. How much? Come on, everybody watching, admit it. How badly have we been missing Wilf? We have been open, we've been creating chances, anything on the edge of our box. There's panic stations, long balls that he's not there to stop. We're missing the aerial side. So much have we missed him. It's not just the defensive work, but it's the beginning of the attack. It's the beginning of the transition. He's the guy who wins that ball against expectation, and that is when the attacking team is out of shape from a defensive point of view. He starts the attack, meaning that you have a higher chance of scoring. And we just haven't had enough. We've been through all the numbers with a lot of the players, and we've not had as many interceptions, blocks, challenges as we would like. The one time we actually did get some challenges, particularly in an advanced area, was Bouba Soumaré against Tottenham, and we scored twice from those two chances. So the fact that Bouba has Wilf behind him today should give Bouba license to push on Ugarte, push on Bruno. Don't give them time to breathe. Try and win that ball high, and then all of a sudden we can attack on Maguire. We can get Daka hopefully in behind Maguire. We've got a method by which we can score a goal. So I do think there's more hope when we have Wilf on the team. Imagine if Winks was playing there instead. Bouba cannot push forward as high because he's just not as confident as Wilf holding the fort. But Wilf can do it all on his own because he's an absolute legend. The one caveat, just before I finish, is Wilf normally, after a 2-3 month layoff, takes about 3 games to get in. I was saying this to you, Locks. So I don't expect too much from him today. This is my caveat. But game 4, so whenever game 4 is, mark my words, game 4, Wilf will be absolutely back on it. So ease into it today, an hour, 70 minutes maximum. Take him off, give somebody some legs in. But yeah, it's fantastic to have him back, isn't it?
Luke, mate, Wilfred Ndidi, sorry, Leicester City's record under Ruud van Nistelrooy with Ndidi in the team, a couple of caveats there, is, we are unbeaten. We've got 4 points, 1 win, 1 draw. Obviously it's a different situation. He's been out for a while, so you can't expect him, like Manny said, to come in and make an impact. But he has made such a difference this season. When you compare the performances with him out the team compared to the performances in the team. So it's massive to have him back, not just for this game, of course, but going forwards as well in the Premier League.
Yeah, good old Manny dotting his I's and crossing his T's first. I am kind of curbing my expectations as well with Wilfred Ndidi just for the time being, but I am glad it is a cup game with no real ramifications that are important to us at this point of the season. What I will say is, though, I think that you mentioned those stats, but I would like to see, I would argue that Wilfred Ndidi's played as a 10 more this season or up the pitch than he has as a double pivot. So I'm not going to read into that too much. But yeah, I am really happy that Wilfred Ndidi's back. And I do hope he can make a lot of interceptions, get physical, stuck in, and absolutely snap someone's leg early in that game. Fucking send
it. I saw some thrilling analysis on the BBC today.
Yeah.
And it said it's a win-win game, Anil, because what they meant by that was if we win, well, we go to the next round of the FA Cup. If we lose, well, we one less competition to focus on. But where are you? What are you thinking on that regard, Anil? Because in my head, I'm like, well, a win gives a little bit of confidence, although it didn't really work against QPR. But still, you'd hope that a win would give the players a bit of confidence.
If nothing else, is more fitness for Hermansen and Ndidi. So for that, I think it's good to have the game, build up some things. But yeah, I mean, I think playing against QPR like that was good until we saw the second half against Palace. So it's just a bit of a disappointment. But yeah, let's see. I mean, we're going to be playing them again, aren't we? In a few weeks' time, it's the perfect time to see if there's something will work or suss it out. But like I said, I'm just disappointed that Koulibaly's not starting because it's like, that's what we need. We need to get some fresh ideas into the team. The current ones aren't working. So who knows? Maybe he'll get given at least the full half. But just to put it out there, Man United have signed Patrick Dorgu and he's playing from the start tonight. So they know how to do it. I don't get it. But who knows? the dream scenario is Monga comes off with, like, I don't know, 20 minutes to go or something. It looks absolutely electric. And all of a sudden, we've got a Fatawu regen, even though Fatawu is only 21 years old in the team. And we can get excited. Because you know what? We need that as fans. That transfer window was so disappointing. We just need someone to perk up a bit. Like, at least Bilal kind of coming into the team under Rude and getting some form got us excited. Like, oh, hello, maybe we have got a player here who could do something. It just, you don't want the rest of the season to just be a damp squib.
Yeah, there's a comment here from Matt who says, "Hi lads." This comment here from Akif. See my boy Anil on the United stand was freaking amazing. You guys have come so far. Congrats. I heard Luke is interviewing Ange Postecoglou next weekend, so that'll be an interesting watch. No, can you imagine Ange and Luke together?
I would love that. That would be legendary. That would be interview of the decade.
It would be crazy, mate. It would be crazy.
Followed by you and Wout Fast as well, Lux. One on one.
Yeah, I'll bring Ragsy to shave his hair. Right, Manny, talk to me, mate. The two wingers, if you want to call them wingers, I think that's a bit of a stretch. Bobby D. Cordova-Reid and Jordan Ayew. Lots of pace there for you, mate, to watch today, eh?
I stare at the lineup and I start from the top, and on BBC as Mads Manson at the top. I think, yeah, not bad. I look at JJ, I think, yeah, he's picked up recently, not bad. Luke Thomas, I think, but okay, at least he's played okay at Old Trafford before, scored that belter there, and you know, I keep reminding myself he started in the FA Cup final, which we won against Chelsea. So you know, Luke Thomas can have a good game. Finally, a Coley and Fass. That's what I've been wanting. Absolutely brilliant. And Didi Soumare, that excites me. I think that is good enough as a midfield duo to keep us in the Premier League. And then we get to the wingers, and it all gets to hell. And I think, oh my God, we're going to get chances down the right flank. You'll see him chugging away. He'll decide there's no way I can get there. He'll stop. He'll do it back. He'll drop on the floor. He'll hold his head. It will go, yeah, solid free kick. We've won there, but you know, nice one, Jordan. We can get a bit of relief, but we just can't get any attacks flowing. There's no real threat. United, are they really worried about Jordan Ayew down the left-hand side?
Nope.
But no. And on the flip side, Bobby, exactly the same. The other side, are they worried? Nope, they're not worried. The only thing I can say, though, is stylistically, head-to-head, that we can actually almost park the bus today and try to get Bilal on the ball. And whenever Bilal gets the ball, first time, quick time, whether it's a long ball, short ball, whatever ball, got to get Daka running in behind Maguire. Get him on the shoulder of Maguire and try and play balls either side of him. And hopefully we can get some joy there. But otherwise, I mean, we just keep the ball away from the wingers.
Manny, how do you think Rude was set up tonight then, given this team? Because obviously he schooled us last time we went to Old Trafford. Sorry to interrupt, Doctor. I'm just curious what you think there, Manny.
No, every time I see Leicester, apart from Everton, admittedly, but for the first 10, 15 minutes, we actually seem to start okay. You know, we're knocking it about okay. We think, look, we're a useful unit here. We can pass. We can control possession. Maybe we don't create too much, but we look like a solid football unit. Then we can see the first goal, and you know what happens. It goes to downhill after that. But I think Rude is trying to teach this team to actually be brave with the ball. Like, try to keep it. Try to hold on to it a bit longer. Try to connect play. The problem is just we're not particularly brilliant at that. But then sometimes when we try to play a higher press and a counter away, we're not particularly good at that either. You know, the Spurs game was an aberration because Ange is just so suicidal in his setup. You know, we went back down to reality against Everton. What I would say is that Moyes is a bit more cute to Premier League and probably a bit more cute to Leicester's deficiencies than Ruben Amorim. So we know that Moyes has got no problem pumping up long balls all day. It's probably his first choice thing to do, right? Amorim wants to teach these boys a fundamental style of playing that they want to replicate against everybody. So in a way, I can perversely seeing it, you know, sort of playing into our hands a little bit. So I actually think we've got more of a chance away against this United team than we would have against Everton. But having said that, I mean, you look at some of the players they've got. The difference is, I think this is what I think will go. The game will be fairly level. The difference is they've got a quality and they can be clinical with their chances. So if they get a shot from 20 yards, Diallo finds the top corner, whereas our guys will miss it. And if they get if there's always still a gaff in both of our centre-backs, so Maguire versus is fast. I mean, both of those two could make a mistake, right?
Luke, talk to me, mate. Jeremy Monga. he is on the bench for Leicester City, mate. A 15-year-old kid. I've just listened to a little soundbite of Ruud van Nistelrooy pitch side a second ago, and he says that, I think some of us knew this anyway, but he was moved to the under-18s this season and then quickly got moved to the under-21s. Not long after, he scored loads of goals and assists in the under-21s, and now he's about, we think, maybe, touch wood, going to make his professional debut at 15, mate. What were you doing at 15, Luke?
Get my first fuck. How about that? I just, there's no. What worries me is if I was Ruud van Nistelrooy, I would not. If I'd be him, about, look, brother, you're going to come at halftime. You're an amazing talent. You're very excited. But listen here, bro, I've got some scissors here, and then fucking pigtails are coming off. That's what I'd be saying. Other than that, man, I really do. I will jokes aside, trying to be funny. I really do. I hope he comes on probably about this 50, 60-minute mark. And it would be amazing if he could come on and make a really good first impression.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go through everybody and ask what they did at 15, although I think it'll be a little bit more reserved. Anyway, that's, and Neil, mate, Jerry Monger, mate, it's exciting though, isn't it? Even if, because look, no one's expecting him to come on and bloody win a game, but I'm saying just having him around the matchday squad at 15 years old, it shows how much potential there is that Ruud van Nistelrooy has put faith in him.
Well, that's crazy. And like I say, it's not just that, but I mean, they're saying that he is actually one of the standout players for the under-21s. So we haven't produced a player like that, I don't think, ever. That's what people are saying as well. Will we keep him in the team? That's obviously why we're giving him the start today. I'm guessing they're going to probably give him minutes a little bit more throughout the season, because they're trying to say what we said with Arsenal, with Ethan Nwaneri, that they're trying to say, look, your career's here. You know, if nothing else, play with us for like 3-4 years, then get your big move, right? You're going to get game time here. So that is exciting, because to be honest with you, that's the thing. Like, my friend is Spanish guy, is a Real Madrid supporter, and he goes, I hate Barcelona. I don't get how they do it. Every time they're in trouble, they Jesus out some player out of their youth academy, like Pedri, Gavi, now it's Lamine Yamal, and all their problems are solved. And you think just when they're done, they're finished, they've got no hope. They're just like, Barcelona, they've got a striker crisis. You know that there's some 13-year-old or something in their academy that will just come out through the ashes. So we need to do that. That's the whole point of Seagrave. Seagrave, we call it a hotel. If instead of being a hotel, it was like a development factory, and we just kept producing all these talents, that's all we need to go to in the future. So hopefully this can be one of the first ones.
Did you say Barcelona Jesus out kids? there are other profits available. Everybody.
Yeah. To be fair, he'd say Jesus because he's Spanish. But there you go.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Ragsy says, we'll take a while for Indeed to be back at his best, so hard to expect him to fix everything. Absolutely, yeah. Right, let's go around score predictions. Starting with you, Luke, mate.
I'm sticking to the preview. I'm going to go something funky. I'm going to go Desmond 2-2, and I'm going to go for us to win the penalties. Go on, son.
6-0 United confirmed. No, I'm joking, man. And Neil, score prediction for this one. Everybody in the chat as well. Sorry, get your score predictions in. What are you saying?
3-1 United. That's what I said on their show. There
we go. Name drop them one more time, mate. Go on.
United stand, yeah.
There we go. Love it, love it. Tony says 3-0. Manny, score prediction.
4-2 United. Sorry.
4-2.
4-2. Both. All I see is deficiencies, both sides defending. So the defending is just so bad that there should be lots and lots of chances. Whether those teams can take those chances is another thing, but there should just be chances galore both sides.
Okay, well there we go. Luke, this is weird. I normally say Manny, Luke, and Nil. Luke and Nil, we'll see you off time. Thank you very much. Enjoy the game. And look at this. This is a bit weird, isn't it, for a watch along?
This feels a bit strange, doesn't it? Look.
Very, very, very strange. Let's click that and let's click that. There we go, Manny. We're in. You might want to do your little Zoom thing now. Do your little zoom out thing. Like you look at it. You call me a loser.
Oh, let's get me right there. Here we go.
The other way. There we go.
Here we go.
If it wasn't clear already, people, it's clear now. Watch along. Watch along with Manny.
How exciting. How the two of us together. How long before we concede? That's
not
positive. Long. That's positive, isn't it? Good positive start from me.
Well, we have kicked off. There we go. I'm going to bring some scores up now whilst we can before there is a bloody goal. Let's bring them up on the screen. Rice says 3-1 loss. Tony says 3-0 United. Richard says 4-0. Chester says 3-1 loss. Virtual Aviator says 4-0 United. Not looking good. And LCSC Rude says 2-0 Leicester. Daniel says 2-1 Leicester. Zahir says 2-0 United. Triponion says 6-0 Leicester. Peter says Harry Maguire. Is Harry Maguire started for Man United, Manny?
Sorry, mate.
You all right?
No, I'm just trying to figure out all the stream and get it all sorted. Sorry, what was the question? Apologies.
No, it's all right. I was just going to say, has Harry Maguire started for Man United?
Yeah, he is tonight, and he has done before. And you know, it's interesting that why he's still getting game time. Wasn't there lots of rumours that he was supposed to be leaving all the time? He was linked with this team and that team, so it was a little bit strange to think all of a sudden he seems to be back in the plans. And you know, we were linked with him, weren't we? Once we were talking about, should we get him back on loan or would you sign him? It was in the discussions at one point, but all of a sudden he's playing again. It just goes to show what a bit of a mess that they are at the moment. I mean, it looks like they've got Mazraoui playing as the third centre-back today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? Yeah. He that guy just wants to charge forward a lot. And, you know, it's likely that they will overcommit in numbers. It's a question of, can we find that bit of quality to get somebody in?
Chester Leicester says, does Manny rage when we concede? Or will be confirmed?
I'm going to try my best not to make this an F-bomb. No, yeah, I want to try and keep it tasteful if I can do. But I get more annoyed with like tactical things, structural things. Like, you can see that this isn't working. Why aren't we doing something different? But it's like the chess match when you watch it live. And that bit, I love it. So you can see, like, Ndidi's just won it first time already. I love that already. Fantastic from Wolf. But yeah, I like seeing the chess aspect of it. So the strategic element of how can we improve? How can we do better? If we had a different type of player, would we be able to exploit a weakness of theirs? That kind of thing. Just try to keep it analytical.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But when someone like Vardy misses a sitter, like, you know, we had some chances in that Man City game. Do you remember the sitter he missed against Man City at home?
Yes.
And that's the most annoying. That's what I find is like, you've got to put that away.
Just to let you know, Manny, mate, this is now the right time that I'm on the screen.
Gotcha.
On the
Thank
stream,
you,
3 minutes. Okay, let's keep getting the comments in throughout the stream. Throw your comments in. Thanks to the over 500 people watching on both platforms at the moment. If you are watching on X, head over to YouTube. Come and say hello in the chat. Evening, let's go Foxes. Got to win. Got to go. Win to Leicester. Rene says 2-1 Leicester. And Brockenheim says 4-3 Leicester. Daka to score 4. Bobby Reed on the ball here. Is that El Canoes? Little dummy. It is. So Wilf's already won one ball there, mate. So you're happy?
Yeah, I like. You know, there's little. You know, I mentioned this a long time ago on one of the streams. Is that like the things that Wilf does well? They don't make the highlights reel. Like, nobody's showing lots of highlights of somebody making a challenge or necessarily winning a tackle. But as you watch the game as a whole, you realise all those little details matter so much. Like we've seen, haven't we? We've been seeing with Winks how lightweight we are, how much of a problem it is when we're defending. Having said that, Booba just gives it away. But it's just like mentally, you're more secure, aren't you? If Wilf's behind you, imagine that. If you're Booba, who would you feel more confident with?
Oh, Booba again. That's 2 in quick succession there from Booba, giving it away. Oh, no, that was Daka, sorry, that time. Onana is a walking mistake, so it gives us a chance of scoring, Rice says. That's true. That's true. Stinker.
Which of these United players worries you the most today, Logs?
I mean, it's got to be Diallo, hasn't it?
Yeah, got to be.
Here
See, there you go.
Booba playing Daka in.
Yeah, there you go. See that? Booba nice and high.
Trampoline feet, though, from Daka.
Yeah, okay. You got the first phase of that, Booba being high, winning the ball high, running with it forward. That is something you can build on. The quality after that is sort of out of control, isn't it?
Amad Diallo, mate. Fast twitch fibers like you love. Agile. Very good player.
30 million quid, I think he was. Took a couple of years, but Now, what a player they're going to have on their hands for the next 5-6 years at least. Sensational kid. Brilliant player. You know, ironically, they've chucked 100 million at these wingers, haven't they? They chucked 90 at Sancho, 100 at Anthony, and in the end, it was a 30 million quid kid who's managed to be the right find in the end. So it's not always the size of the transfer fee, is it? No, that's a great shout from Tony there. 5 million more than Skip. Here we go. Hold on.
Are you? Oh.
See, that, you know what I mean? They're wide open defensively. That's their problem.
Mate, nearly a Jordan Ayew goal there, mate. You know I would have come for you.
Nearly being the operative word. Nearly.
Yeah.
Nearly isn't good enough. See, if their player like Bruno gets in that slot, he puts it away. Gakpo, do you remember the Gakpo goal against Liverpool?
Yeah.
Finds a top corner.
Paul says, first shot on target for Leicester, LCFC_DP. Are you serious? Yes, we are.
I know you, look, admit it. You have got some kind of man love thing with Jordan Ayew, haven't you? Like, you love it. Like, more than any other player, you love him to do well.
No, that's not true. I'll tell you what it is, mate. It's more, it's more just, I feel like Leicester fans are very good at singling people out. I mean, you say it about Ndidi. You say that he's unfairly treated, but no one was as unfairly treated, in my opinion, as maybe like if you look at the likes of Ayoze Perez. Very, very good player, often used out of position.
Ayoze Perez?
Ayoze Perez. Look at him now, mate. Look at him now in Spain. Look at him now.
It's easy to say that after. Mate,
I think he's unfairly treated.
Oh, come on.
It was the price tag. It was the price tag.
It was a liability.
He was.
To be fair, he was not a right winger, and he was mostly playing right wing. It was.
Would you rather Ayoze Perez or Jordan Ayew?
I'll take Perez over the two, but I mean, I'm not excited by Perez either.
Yeah.
I'll take Vitalu over out of all three of them. How about that?
Well, I think we all agree with that. Leicester Tom says the club wastes money on players in the summer. We have any of them improved the team from last year? Well, El Canoes would have played last season, definitely. I think that's without question. He would have played over Wilfred Ndidi in the advanced state.
Yeah. Oh, Chugger. Sorry, I just saw Chugger getting back, helping out Luke Thomas. I like to see that. Wins the ball.
Chugger.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that to him. It's what I think of. To be fair, that applies to quite a few of our players, doesn't it? Chugger, are you? It's like a bad guy from Rocky film.
Ragsy says Perez wasn't good enough for the top 6 level we were at. Of course not. I felt for him when he wasn't playing in 22-23 season because I thought that was undeserved. I mean, we'd all take him now. We would all take him right now. And if you say no, exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. I think it was. I mean, what did Brent? I mean, we paid 30 million quid. That was just a joke.
I'd take Cengiz under right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd probably take Rashid Ghazal at the moment. Seriously, I probably would.
What have you made, mate, to the game so far? The opening 10 minutes nearly.
It's a warning. This is what I told you. We look good for 8. Normally, I'm serious, but we look good for about 18, 19 minutes. We're in the game. We think, look, we can knock it about. We've got a bit of threat about us. We're not getting overrun. No problem. Then bang, we get sucker punch for the first goal. And that's it. The whole game fundamentally, it completely changes. We normally last roughly 18, 20 minutes where we look okay. And then it all goes.
Yeah. Tony reckons Atgun's a better player than Perez. I'm not sure on that.
Junior Lewis. I saw Junior Lewis play live when we beat Chelsea 2-0 at home when Roberto Mancini was on the same pitch. Believe it or not, how's it like this? Who was it? Who's it mentioned in the comment there? Richard Sheehan. Junior Lewis started the same match as Roberto Mancini. Try and get that one to make sense.
Wow. Oh, I forgot to say as well, by the way, people. I know that it's on ITV this game, so you might be up to date. You might be a few seconds ahead of us. So if anything happens, give it 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Wait till you see us react. before you go ham in the chat, please.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes it's accidental, but if anything, if somebody purposely trolls, we won't ban you. We'll just time you out because we want a reaction as well.
We're going to go with
don't wanna-
David Coote on you and give you a David Coote yellow card. Is it David Coote? Is that the name of the ref?
The one who got done for
Being annoyed,
Yeah.
for being sloppy with his telephone. That's what he got done for.
Yeah. Leicester Tom says that was a great game at Filbert Street versus Chelsea.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
great
right.
game.
That was right. Good memory there. It was a good game.
Tom's
think
been
we
a
won
Tom,
2-0 that
Tom's
day.
been I think Tom's been a season ticket holder for I want to say Tom said 24. I can't remember.
Must be.
Let us
because
know, Tom.
That's with the game we're talking about is about 2000, 2001 or something. Last days of Filbo, where we occasionally still had some good days just after a nil before
There we go.
Peter Taylor absolutely stacked us by spending like 5 million quid on Adi Panic Buy, and then Trevor Benjamin came in from Cambridge for like £1 million. Honestly, these guys make.
There we go.
See, Daka's not strong enough though.
Mm.
Not strong enough. That's his problem, isn't it? He's too lightweight and he's a bit clumsy with his first touch. If he had the physicality to be able to hold that up, you don't have to be a giant, but you have to be able to hold your ground and not get manhandled. And yeah, see, at least Booba's playing nice and high today. I like to see that.
Tom said 26 years he's had a season. I think he's got his seat from Filbert Street as well, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's Tom.
That's
Tricky Trevor, Tom said. Yeah, Tom, I'm sure you've got your seat. I'm sure I remember seeing a photo of your Filbert Street seat. Let us know if that's true. It might be someone else I'm thinking of. I remember the Chelsea game when Junior Lewis was in the same team as Roberto Mancini. Tony says Daka couldn't trap a bag of cement. He couldn't carry a bag of cement either, could he? Carry one.
I mean, he has certain skills that he does have, and there's certain skills he doesn't have. So he's got a bit of pace. He's good at closing down. He's got a high work rate, but he hasn't got strength. His laying it off is a bit dodgy. His finishing is 50-50, flip a coin. In the Premier League, you need to have a bit more strength in every position. You see smaller guys who are a bit stronger than him, and you think, mate, just put yourself about a bit more. Try and now, like shove these guys. But no, he's always smiling and he's always a bit soft. But look, we got a set piece here, half a sniff. Bilal, that's a bit weak. We need better delivery. That's James Maddison delivery from relegation season. That is.
There's been a lot of that recently, there, mate. In the last game against Everton, the number of corners that were just not even beating the first man. That's what Tielemans used to love doing that as well.
Beating the first man, you just said it. That's exactly the one. Beating the first man. Just don't get enough height on the ball. But look, we look solid there, don't we?
So far, mate. So far, you've got to give it. And how much though do you think is played, or how much of a part is played by Rude knowing Manchester United?
I don't think it's too much. I mean, I don't think that plays too much.
By Leicester.
That's right. As long as you keep it, that's fine.
Yeah. How much of a part is played by obviously the fact that Rude managed them for a few games and knows quite a bit about the squad?
I mean, that helps. Yeah, he shortens the learning time. Like he knows, every player and what they like to do or they don't like. So of course it will help a bit. But I think more is about just United themselves. I mean, they just got spanked by Palace at home, didn't they? Much like we did. So if you look for on a like-for-like basis, we played Palace at home, we lost 2-0. They played Palace at home, they lost 2-0. So they're, wherever they are, 15th in the league, we're 18th in the league. There's actually not as much difference as there should be, and certainly as there is on paper. On paper, they should be putting us away, whichever lineup they put out. Their second team should put us away. But in the real, again, they're just lacking confidence, cohesion. Maybe they're still learning this new system. Definitely with United, there's a problem with, I think, imagine this, Loxy, right? You're a 18-year-old lad and you've grown up in a poor background and you dreamt of being able to look after your family. The day you sign your contract for Man United, how can you ever care about anything as much ever again? Because the second you put pen to paper, I'll never ever have to work again, no matter what I do, and nor will my kids, nor will my mum, nor will anybody else. So mentally wise, it's, it's just, You're not so quick to respond to the alarm clock in the morning. You're not so keen to get into training. You're not so keen to make the challenge. You're not so keen to close somebody down. You're not so keen to get there in time. All of a sudden, you're not so keen to keep your diet the same. I think that is one of United's biggest problems, is people coming there not because they're desperate to play for United and win things. It's because you've just hit the jackpot of Vegas, baby. This is it. 300k a week. Sign me up. Get me in. Hello. And then all of a sudden, do you want to come out on a Wednesday night in Manchester? Hell yeah. Of course I do.
Just a quick one. I know there's a little tiny bit of a lag. It's something that will be ironed out. Don't worry. It's obviously something new, having two people on a watch along at once. So we'll work on it. Don't worry. But yeah, I've just gone on to YouTube. It doesn't look too bad, mate. Don't worry. It's just your audio's like half a second out of sync. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you. It's
That's
the
good.
mechanics.
Yeah.
The mechanics. What was I going to say? I'll tell you what, mate. What do you think to the fact that Ayew and Reed have swapped sides, haven't they, compared to the Everton game? Ayew is playing off the left.
That's a very good spot. I said this again a little while ago, that I like interchanging wingers for 10 minutes at a time. You know, all week you've been preparing to face one guy, probably like the left-hand sided players. Like, I've got Jordan Ayew this weekend. All of a sudden, in the middle of the game, I'm faced with something different in Cordova-Reid. Oh, Luke Thomas, honestly. Luke Thomas.
Coley bails us out.
Yeah, well, in Coley. Luke Thomas, jeez. See, Coley there, though. Look, he's got the pace to cover back. I like that. Could you imagine Yannick trying to chase back there against Diallo? No, that's good work. But yeah, I mean, this United team, mate, they are there for the taking if we had enough quality. The problem is we just don't have that quality. Get this Jeremy Onga on the pitch. This kid has got to be better than watching Ayew up there at right wing. He's got to be. You know, there were times when you've seen these 15, 16, 17-year-olds make amazing debuts. You know, not just Rooney, Michael Owen, Theo Walcott, Gareth Bale. You know, they can come in and do something a little bit X-factor. Not every week, but in a one-off game, they can show a bit of hint of magic. And I want to see this kid play. But my worry is more getting to sort of 20, 25 minutes still 0-0, because this is usually the period where we start doing something silly and committing suicide. So let's hope I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But
well played there by Patson Dako. Drop deep. Coley's playing well so far. Seems much better than some others. I don't know who you're talking about. Is he Danish by any chance? I don't know if by the way, I don't know if Christensen's injured. He's not in the squad either, is he?
It's not on the bench, no.
I think Rude did mention his press conference. There were a couple of Wilfred indeed.
Oh, Wilfred doing the Maradona spinning here. Look at that. How good is it to have him back here? Magic Wilf.
I knew you'd like that.
You gotta love the Wilf. He's doing Maradona spins in midfield, mate. What an absolute legend this man is. In his 8th or 9th year with City, he should be an absolute fan favourite. And I'm amazed. Like, clearly I love the guy, and I always have done. But we should be like paying homage to this guy. 8-9 years, pretty much his entire professional career with us. He could be as close to a one clubber as we're going to get. He's 19 when he joined. He'll be at least 30, 31 when he leaves. Probably get another contract then, and he's still doing the job.
Yeah.
And all that time as well. You know what? He's never ever. Oh, look at that! Bobby wins it back now. I like that. I like this aggressive higher. Oh,
lovely.
Sexy.
Sumare. Oh.
Oh, Booba. Come on, Wilf. Bail him out. Bail him out, Wilf. See, Coley's there, though. Coley's tight to a Diallo there. You know, one-on-one, Coley's decent. I remember, I keep saying, he had a decent game against Saka when we played them. He can handle those tricky wingers that I like. He's the guy who can handle them one-on-one, you know.
Is that a foul there on Dorgu from Thomas? I think it is. Let's see what happened there. Was it just a slip? No, he just dragged him down. Why, though? It wasn't a threat, but hey-ho. Yeah, mate. Samari's had, I will say, I think he's had a poor game so far, to be honest, mate. He's probably been the worst performer. He's made a few mistakes, which others haven't, to be honest with you.
Luke Thomas has made a couple of errors as well, mate.
Yeah, both of them.
But passing errors from Booba. But he could sharpen that up. He's doing the first part right, getting the right position, trying to win the ball, but then duffing the simple pass. You can improve that. The problem is, watch Maguire. Maguire, do you remember? He was so good at set pieces. Watch Maguire, please.
Diallo shoots, blocked, corner.
Yeah.
I think it's DP, mate. I think you're like right on the edge. You're like 5 seconds ahead of us, mate. So when you type in, just wait 5 seconds or something like that. I've been getting a few comments just before. Let's have a look here. Okay, yeah, we're the only game tonight then. So the rest over the weekend then. Your 24 keeps giving ball away. He doesn't want the ball. Yeah.
That's Booba. The boobs.
We love the boobs. Sometimes they prefer a bit of ass. Wilfred. Huh? I'm joking.
Don't know where you're going. Don't know where you're going with that one, mate. But
no, sometimes when the boobs gets too much, you just need a bit of willy in the middle.
Mate, you dug the hole. You fill it in.
Hey. Hey, this is not late night Leicester.
Come
yet,
on,
mate.
No, exactly. You were still
talking of late night Leicester. Who's excited for this? Look at that, Manny. Look.
Oh no, look at that, huh? Still got his hair all natural as well.
It's coming soon.
Do you know what? This is.
It
feels quite good. We feel quite settled in the game. They get a bit of a sniff. We get a bit of a sniff. But if you came from planet Mars and you watched your first game of football, you wouldn't know which team was the mega team and which team was the small team.
Well, at the moment, mate, it's probably two small teams, isn't it?
Pretty much. What you would know is why are you on the pitch? That is what everybody should know. Why? I don't get it. You've got to, surely we can do better.
Chips asked whether you like the graphics there, mate.
Mate, I love
it gives me like an 80s vibe, you know what I mean?
You know what? I know Locke said the reason he loves you is because you're cheap as chips, but that's not the reason I love you. It's the quality of your work. That's what
Maybe that's why he called himself Chips.
Yeah. Good marketing.
Yeah, I'm getting stick from about my comment about boobs and Willie, I think. So
I'm leaving you that one all to you, mate.
Yeah, no more of that. Not until late night Leicester. Coley gives away a free kit. A bit soft.
Good. Nah, good. Get tight again. He's tight to him, and he's getting involved. He's physical. That's kind of what we want. He's big, he's strong, and he's mobile. Now we all know that he's got a clanger in him, but all the other guys we've got clangers in them, but they don't have the other attributes. So, there's a kid here that he's going to get better every single year. First season, play him every single week. If we don't reap the benefits when we go down, we'll reap the benefits, and he will dominate the Championship next year. And then we come back into the Premier League.
Ooh.
Nah, no danger. All good. Relax. It's all under control today for some reason.
Yeah, touch. We know that don't last long. Listen. Big shout, by the way. There's over 1,000 people watching.
And what's he done here? Honestly, what's he done here? Has he left me to it? Oh,
I accidentally left you. No, I was going to say, big shout out. There's over 1,000 people watching on both platforms. If you want to do us a favor, if you're enjoying the stream and you're watching on Twitter, because Manny, there's 940 people on Twitter. Next, head over to YouTube instead. Head over to YouTube. Do us a favor and head over to YouTube and come and say hello in that live chat. You don't even have to hit subscribe if you don't want to. Just come and say hello. That's all.
Hold on. Here goes Chugger. Come on, Chugger. You've got some space. Get it out to Thomas. Quicker, Chugger. Slowing it all down all the time.
Thomas,
Move, man. Move. Slows it all up. Oh, look, fizzles out. Too slow, man. Move it quicker. Jesus Christ. Honestly, that's frustrating. See what I mean? It's not just slow in running, it's slow in thinking too. You've got a limited window to play the ball quickly so that Thomas can get a first-time cross. If you delay it half a second, 1 second, the defence closes up and the opportunity's gone. And what happens? Fizzles out to nothing. Just move it faster. You know, when we were actually at our best, probably wasn't, weirdly, when we won the title. It was under Brendan when we used to knock it so quickly around. And that 9-0 win when we were just pinging, playing pinball. Here we go.
Ooh,
come on, Bobby!
Reed.
Square it, Bobby! What are you doing, Bobby?
By the way, Tripod Onions, you're not banned. You just timed out because you started putting fake goal notifications, mate. You kept saying, well, you said it once, goal. No goal. So please don't leave any comments like that, everybody, because we'll just time you out for the stream. Bobby, talk us through it, mate. The people who aren't watching at home. He's gone quiet now, isn't he? He's gone quiet now.
Sorry, mate. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking. I'm just watching the replay, Bobby. Like, what are you thinking? That's clearly a situation you cross. What do you think he is? Marco van Basten trying to shoot from tight on the far side, mate. You are not Marco van Basten. Marco Pierre White, maybe, but not Marco van Basten. I mean,
fucking hell.
Like, know your limitations. Get that ball in the middle. Patson's job is to try and get in front of the centre-back and try and knock it in from 5-6 yards. That's an easy floor. Smack it in. Hard and low. Just the way you like
Somebody
it.
reckons he tried to cross.
Do you think that was a cross? Makes it even worse, to be honest, if that was an attempted cross. That's one of my crosses.
Xerxes, Lenny Yoro, Onana, cross. What does Ragsy mean by that cross?
There's a lot of innuendos going around. I'm trying to stay out of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he means by that, so I'm going to avoid that comment for now. 5 or 6 yards for Patson, still ends up in row Z. Does Daka know that it was a cross? Probably not.
No, I think he knows. Does Daka know to try and get ahead of the centre back? So you've got a near post, ideally tap in.
Oi, Wilf!
Wilf smashed him. Get down, Mainu. Get down, Mr. Mainu. Look, Wilf, by the way, I said 3 games. 3 seconds it took for him to. He did something in like the first minute straight away. Wilf, bang, back on it. You see the value of this guy. An absolute legend. That is why when teams are linked with him, it's Atletico Madrid who are linked with him. They're not daft, are they? Atletico Madrid. Are they daft? Well, they signed Conor Gallagher, so they might be a bit half daft. But Wilf is an improvement on Conor Gallagher. There you go, chat. Come on. You don't believe me? Wilf is better player and a better defensive midfielder than Conor Gallagher. And he's just won it again. Get that? That's the problem, though. He can't pass at the end of it. Oh, Wilf! He's absolutely creamed him. Come on, ref. What are you talking about? He won the ball.
He's not happy. Wilfred not happy. He goes in on Mazraoui. What? He wins the ball, but Manny, it's 2025. Unfortunately, when you follow through like that, it's giving away a foul, mate. However, though, Manny, what might make you feel a little bit better is that apparently this referee is from Salford.
Is he? You're joking?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
How is that possibly allowed?
Somebody said he's from Salford, yeah. Apparently he's a Man City fan, though. So it should help us.
Well,
or maybe he's not a Man City fan.
Even if he was a Man City fan, how would that be allowed?
Yeah. Game's gone, DP.
Surely there are enough people that you can find one neutral ref that has no affiliation to those teams in any way, positive or negative.
Yeah. David Coop.
I'll tell you what, I'll take the 2 a.m. David Coop managing some of our games. Might do us a favour. Yeah, Craig just said it's great to have Ndidi back. I think everybody there is enjoying Wilfs today. He's actually having a blinder. Booba, get the pass right. Now come on, Chugger. Get moving, Chugger. Keep going, Chugger. All the way to the byline, Chugger. Then cross it first time. Don't turn back. Don't turn back. Don't turn backwards. Don't turn backwards.
Good ball in that though. Nobody there for it though, mate. Nobody there for it.
Because by the time they've put the ball in, they've got 5 players back. If he goes for the byline straight away, they've got 3 players back. You have a higher chance of finding space. Do it quickly. Don't wait, Chugger.
Are you calling him a Chugosaurus? Chugosaurus Rex? It's all right. You know what, man? He was calling me on the phone while he was on. He was speaking to his wife about me earlier, calling me the Cookie Monster. What's that all about, man?
To be fair, mate, nobody loves cookies more than me, especially M&S ones. They are.
I like Maryland, mate. Maryland.
No,
Maryland
don't be so
cookies,
cheap,
mate.
peasant.
Oh,
Maryland. If you're
The
a
chunky
kid,
one.
they're for kids. Adults
Yeah.
don't eat those.
I'm about half your age, mate. Come on.
No, mate. Honestly, if we
Here we
win
go.
today,
Hold on. Corner. Bilal to take.
watch Okoli here. Okoli's got a goal in him. I'm telling you.
Ooh!
Woo! Nearly.
Chugosaurus Rex has got the ball.
Oh.
Cookies.
If we win today, I'll special delivery send you through the post a bag of M&S, not M&M, M&S cookies. They are absolutely delicious.
I think I've probably had them before.
Are they? I don't know. True to
Virtual
my word.
Aviator.
As
if
by
we're
magic.
ahead of you. Oh, lovely stuff.
Oh.
Virtual Aviator. If we're ahead of you, mate, just pause it. Wait for our clock on the here. There's the clock.
Nice,
Wait for
Okoli.
that to catch up and then press play. Good corner by Luke Thomas, Dorcas. It was Thomas, not Bilal.
Oh, go on, Bill. I'll get him.
Ooh,
See, we're
played
wide
right
open
through.
here. Oh, trouble. Oh, Okoli, that's all right.
He's still got it.
Oh, dude, let me play it first time. Go on, below. Oh,
Nice
that's
play there.
nice. Well done, Okoli again, by the way. Oh, Booba.
He's having a shitter at the moment, to be honest
Do
with
you
you,
know
mate,
what?
Booba.
I think these boys are enjoying being on ITV, I think. They must know that everybody's watching and they're starting to turn it on a little bit.
Or are they
What?
enjoying having Wilfred back in the team?
Well, what do you think about that, Lux?
I think it's quite clear how I think he's been man of the match so far, potentially.
Really, Lux?
So far, yeah.
What do you
He's very
think,
good.
chat? Who's been our best player so far?
It's so evident, right? It's so evident. This is good play by Leicester, by the way.
Oh, that ball. That's
the
the
ball
ball. That's
well
the right ball in behind Maguire. That and Daka running. He's got to get goal side of Maguire. Get it in behind him. But that's the right ball.
Mm. Ndidi or Okoli, LCFC DP6 for player of the match so far.
Well,
What about
guys,
Chugger?
it's not been too bad, to be fair. And I don't want to ridicule him. I just want everything to be a little bit faster when it gets in those wide areas. Johnny's on the wind up, Thomas. Get back in the shed, Tom. But no, like
We needed pacey wingers. That much is evident.
Look, it's not rocket science, is it? You've got a back three instead of a back four. When you've got a back three, they spread out the distances to get back three to try and cover the ground of a back four. So where is most space? On the wide areas outside each of the extreme centre backs. So wide areas is where you've got space to run into. So there's where you make a beeline for the byline. And if you can take the defender on and inside, outside, whatever. But as soon as you start doing that, you get the defence moving backwards. If they're moving backwards, there are spaces that open up centrally in other areas for you to find somebody and score a goal. But as soon as you slow it down, you're giving their midfield a chance to get back and get numbers in. So that split second, where shall I run forwards or run backwards, is Jack Grealish's entire problem. When he goes the ball, he should be going straight for the touchline. He doesn't do that. Doku does. You could argue not much better, but that's what he tries to do at least. And that's the problem with Chugger and Dakova Reed. You've got to try and make a beeline for the byline.
Ndidi and Bilal have done well so far. So Boobs has been very sloppy. It's kind of like a Boobs of old. Do you know what I mean? It's like old Boobs. This is why Booba Samari gets his lazy tag, because genuinely, you watch some of his passes look lazy. It's just like he's just like a stroll in the park, no effort in it, and he gives it away, and that's not good enough. You've got to say, like, imagine the player Samari would be if he was at his top level every game, mate. He'd be playing for a super club.
He would be. I mean, we joke, don't we, when we say Yaya Toure, but that is kind of the ceiling with Booba. If he could repeat what he does and then add goals and then start to dominate games, then he could be, okay, a poor man's Yaya Toure, I'll give you. But still, that kind of profile of player, a box to box, can defend, can attack, can link, can be strong, can do it all. Here he is. Come on, Booba. Slide him in. I think that the passing
Here
still
he
needs
is.
to improve.
Here's Booba.
That was the ball. Make the run, Daka.
Here's Bilal, though.
Bilal in that right side, trying to look for Daka first time inside Maguire. There's our combination where we're going to get some joy in this game.
Leicester Tom says, if only we had wingers like Gopi and Impey.
Guppy, maybe. Impey, come on. Impey was awful. Steve Guppy had a lovely left foot. Like, he could put in a cross from anywhere. Just half a yard, bang. Long, one at the far post, one at the near post. Absolutely lovely left foot. I think he's still coaching, I think, because he was assistant coach to Roy Keane and Martin O'Neill for Ireland. Steve Guppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant player. One England cap, I thought as well, I think. Got an England cap. Scored an absolute beauty against Chelsea, I think, at the Bridge.
Kobe Mino blocked by Luke Thomas up for a Man United corner. Scouting reports when we went for Samari said he was similar to Pogba. Yeah, I mean, I've heard from people that it's like analytical scouting departments across the world watched Samari at Leicester and thought, bloody hell, is our data model wrong? Because this guy was meant to be amazing. And obviously it turned out that, you know, not so much. But I mean, Manny, you're a data guy, but sometimes data doesn't tell you the guy's personality. You know what I mean?
Data will tell you so. Oh, has he saved it? Yeah, for you. Okay. The data.
You might need, by the way, Manny, you might need to 3 seconds, I'd say. Pause play. 3 seconds. Okay. I'm 3 seconds behind you. Sorry, mate. I'm 3 seconds behind you.
You might say the data will give you so much. So you can, it's easy to try and put numbers to say, like, how quick is this guy? You can time him in certain situations, how you can give an assessment of what his touch, his control is like, what his leap is like, combine it with all of his data of how many tackles, blocks, interceptions, all the other things that you can measure. But what you can't really data analyze easily is the human mind, right? Does he wake up with a good attitude every day? Does he wake up sometimes with a bad one? Does he like a late night? Does he brilliant attitude today, but then when he gets 200 grand a week, he gets a little bit casual about things? Those kinds of things are much harder to find. Do you know what they do, by the way, Locks? Do you know what the clubs do to try and mitigate those things?
That's a good ball, that.
Yeah, go on. Here we go, JJ. Go on, JJ. Good pace. Good pass. First time. Oh.
Yeah, nice play there from JJ as well, keeping the ball progressive, getting it forward. That's what you want to see.
A bit quicker than I kind of gave him credit for. That he was holding those United players with the ball off comfortably.
I don't know about you, mate, but what I've seen of the first half so far, mate, like it makes me want Monga in the second half even more. You know what I mean? Throw him in the deep end, get him on, see what he can do.
Get him on at half time. Imagine that boost in the second half. We get him on.
Whoa.
Monga and Steffi, yeah, DP's made a great point there. Monga and Steffi instead of Chugger and Bobby, and then suddenly we get a bit excited when they get on the ball. Like literally, I remember O'Neill reading a comment out once about Mavididi. He's the type of player that gets you out of your chair and then makes you sit right back down again. And I thought that was pretty good. But at least he does get you out of your chair. You don't get out of your chair when Chugger's on the ball, do you? It's like, mate, nothing electric's going to happen. Nothing, not unless he's in the box. If he's in the box, he could score a goal. Yeah, absolutely. But if he's outside the box, 30, 40 yards away, nothing electric, nothing exciting is going to happen. He's not going to beat the guy. He's not going to cause havoc. If Fatawi's got the ball, you're almost half edge out of your seat because you're thinking, he could take him on and beat him here. And then we're into free territory. So, yeah, maybe it's just a personal preference. He's a solid Premiership player, Jordan Ayew, and all that. It's just, I like to see, I'm old-fashioned for those older people. Remember players like Mark Overmars. I like my winger to take his man on and do him.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. I hear you. Leicester trying to play out here. Wilf out to JJ on the right.
This is Enzo ball.
Decode over Reed. Put Bilal under a bit of pressure there.
Enzo ball again here. Lots of playing
Maz,
out. No
Coley,
long ball.
Thomas. Nice from Thomas. Chuggers down. Foul.
What is Chuggers down?
Chuggers
You see,
down.
you started it now as well. It's going to become a thing now, isn't it?
Chugger sounds like Ian Marshall, Richard says. Wilf is the difference in this defence. I seriously think our luck will change with him in the Premiership.
I think you got a very good point there, Tito. Look at the difference he makes today, and it's not just his quality of his play, like him winning the ball and doing all the hard work, like confidence-wise to the rest of your team. Imagine what it does for his midfield partner, the defence behind him. You know Wilf's there, and you believe in Wilf. Like, this guy's Premiership proven, absolutely excellent player in his day. And I think before he got injured, he was actually go on, Bilal. Go on, Bilal, square it. Who's there? Shoot Wilf! Up! Yes!
Oh! Yes! Go! Bobby D. Cordova Reed, get in there! Go on, Manny, man. Wilfred, indeed, he nearly scored.
I thought Wilfred dumped it. Let's go, Bobby! Oh my God, boys.
There we go. Leicester City 1-0 up in this tie. Wow. Who saw that? Well, we've been quite good. We've been all right. Let me try and talk you through it. So it's a long ball. Ayew goes up to win it. He doesn't. It's headed back down. Samari puts pressure there, and he wins it. Bilal El Khanous does Yoro, takes it wide, ball across. Indeed, he hits it first time. I think it's either blocked. It's saved by Onana, bounces up and bounces off Bobby D. Cordova Reed's head. Definitely no offside there, is there? Let's have a look.
No, I think he's
he's
good,
on.
mate. He's good.
He's on.
He's all good.
Onside.
That's a goal. It's a good save from Onana, by the way.
Wilf in one of them advanced positions. I mean, look, he doesn't score, but he causes a problem. He causes a problem.
And that's another assist for Wilfred Ndidi,
That's
by the
not
way,
a
man.
fucking- that's
That's
not
an assist. What are you talking about? How is that not?
It
Of course, that's an assist.
It won't go down as assist. It won't go down as an assist.
Yes, it does. Oh, well, at
No,
least
it won't. It won't. It
I
won't go
don't know
down
about
as an
that.
assist.
Chat, is he right about that? Does that?
It
That's an
won't
assist.
go as an assist. No, it won't. It won't. It has
Mate,
to come off. the pass.
I'm having that as an assist for Wilf. I don't care what you say. I'm taking that. That's an assist. If he doesn't do that, we don't score the goal. That's an assist.
There's no VAR in this round. There we go. The cutback from Bilal was superb. No VAR anyway. There we go. Now it's not an assist, Manny. Yeah, it's not an assist.
Ragsy, go and get a brush. Comb that hair. What are you talking about? Not an assist. Honestly, get some Brill cream.
Oh, look. Oh, that's another foul
Pats-
there. One that time by Daka.
Patson. Sorry, mate. I think the sync was slightly out, so apologies if I've kind of ruined your goal reaction there.
You're only like 2 seconds ahead, mate.
Yeah, I've changed it. I've tried to change it, but mate, it's nearly half time. We're 1 up.
I'm on 43 minutes 25.
Yeah, but I think our timings are a bit different, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Don't worry.
That's all right. I'll tell you what you can do if we want to try and do this. I mean, Chuggers looks like he's going to take the free kick. Why don't you let me know when he makes connection with the ball?
Looks like it could be Thomas. Could be.
Do you think it'll be Thomas? Yeah, it'll be Thomas, won't it?
I'll tell you when the ball is struck.
Come on, City. Let's get another one before half time, huh? The crowd.
Now. I mean, yeah, what it says in the stream, by the way, you know, the other window that we've got open, that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm watching. The other window.
I heard lots of weird audio from it when I tried to do that. Sorry, mate. We'll try and fix it at half time. All right, we'll try and fix it at half time.
You and your fast twitch fibers, Manny, getting ahead of locks. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, but let's analyse that goal briefly. We've only seen it once, right? But that was Booba winning the ball up high again, wasn't it? That started all of that.
Yep.
And then Bilal took it on. And then after Bilal was...
Cut across to Wilf, who hits it first time. Saved by Onana.
So a pre-assist from Bilal, an assist from Wilf, and a goal from Bobby. Okay, got it.
It's not an assist. It's not an assist for Wilf.
That's an assist.
Leicester 5-1 up. Leicester under 21s 5-1 up without Monga and without Jake Evans.
Maybe the threat of Monga. It's interesting. First thing I thought of is Bobby's on the right hand side there. Or at least he's starting on the right hand side. So
and that's
Rudi's
where he was
it.
when he scored against. Was it West Ham? I think it was West Ham when Wilf played actually last.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
right. Brighton.
Yeah.
He was on the right.
Wilf was off the pitch then. I think he got injured in like the 56th or something.
All right, okay. Leicester's press, though, mate, has been very good, I think. Very good.
Patson getting involved too.
That comes with Daka, though, right? Like, Daka improves our press, don't you think?
He does, and he definitely shows more energy. There's still a question mark over the finishing and the sniff and stuff. But look, Daka, you never question his personality, his character, his work rate. That's one of those things, we were talking about a few minutes ago. He's brilliant at all of that stuff. He will work his socks off. He'll try. It's just a few limitations like physicality. Sometimes his finishing is a bit haphazard. But, he does try. To be fair, most of our players really work hard. That's never a question mark over their personality or character. It's just that bit of quality is what we all miss. But hey, half time, Locks.
Yes, mate, you're right. It is half time. Let's give this little switcheroo there. We nearly go. Okay. So yeah, it's half time in this one. Thank you to everybody who's been here for it so far. Hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the like button as well. There's 1,400 people watching. 130 of you on YouTube. So the rest of you on Twitter, head over to YouTube, come and say hello in the live chat because we're about to get a nil Luke. And he's made an appearance because we didn't think he'd be here. It's Doc. He will be joining us as well. Are you staying here, man? Or are you going for a little break? You having a cookie?
Yeah, I think I'll have a little cookie and drop me out, and then we'll let the guys have a chat about it half time.
All right, let's get rid of Manny for a bit. Let's get a nil in. Let's get Luke in as well. I'll sort that out in a second. Don't worry. Is Doc joining us? Do you know?
I hope so. Let's start, but hopefully he comes in. Yeah.
So yeah, talk to us. Because it's been an interesting half, by the way, lads. Me and Manny. Well, Manny's been calling IU Chugosaurus all half. He's been calling me the Cookie Monster. So there you go. That's how our half's gone. But more importantly, a nil. A hunt to you, mate. We're 1-0 up away at Old Trafford.
I've got 4 words for you, Locks. Bobby, Donkey, over, Reed. Those are my 4 words for you. Doesn't matter how they go in. Wilfred and Diddy with another assist. If I'm honest, I think that is 2 awful teams playing against one another, but we'll take it. We'll take it all day long. Yeah, I'll let Luke talk. But I mean, yeah, nice to see it. One shot on target, 1 goal. What did you make it at half, Luke?
We were saying it was so boring up until that moment happened. It didn't look like any team were going to score, as you like to say, in a month of Sundays. But what I'll say, what a difference it's been winning the ball back. And I also joked, guys, I've jinxed Bobby Donkey over Reed so much that if he scores again, I will bend the knee and I will come on this show live with a Bobby Dakova Reed shirt. I'll order it, I'll buy it, I'll apologize live to him. But yeah, mate, like I'm just like, I just can't believe we were up in that first half. It's all like we just hasn't set in yet. Like Duck didn't even want to celebrate that goal we put. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really good to see.
Yeah, 1 shot on target, 1 goal. As Tyler says, you cannot stop Bobby's aura. His goals good performance ratio is unreal. Yeah, got to agree, guys. Of course, El Canoes, what absolute magic. What a lovely little step over for the pullback. Actually, I think indeed he should have scored off that. But, you know, that's good. Shoot first time on target. Makes the keeper force to save. You never know what's going to happen. And fair play to Bobby Reed. He's in the right place at the right time and scores it. Totally agree about Ndidi. Look, for me, Luke, let's talk about him. I think he's been the standout player of that half. He's won 3 or 4 challenges already, headers and interceptions, played some progressive passes, got that shot away for the goal. The difference is just immense. And weirdly enough, I don't think Samare's having a particularly good game, but I think Ndidi has managed to... We just look a lot more solid with him in the team. What do you make of him?
Yeah, I absolutely agree, mate. He's been really good intercepting, tackling, been physical, winning the ball back, and he's been pushing up the pitch with the ball, making those progressive passes at the right time and not getting caught with his pants down, which is actually quite surprising to see. So his discipline's been good as well, positionally. So, mate, it's really, really good, and I just hope that he can kick on from this. I don't know if he'll play the full 90 minutes, but for what it's worth, that first 45 minutes was fucking gem, mate. So really stoked for him because I was trying to curb my enthusiasm, thinking he might have a few honkers, but he's proved me wrong, mate. So very good to see our highest wage earner earning his money.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with this comment. Absolute bore fest, but I'll take that every week if we get results. If you were the neutral watching that game, like, fair play to you, Luke, for getting up that early, because that would make me fall asleep watching that half. The goal definitely changes the game, but I agree that Man United, they look absolutely awful. They are terrible. They are there for the taking. They've done nothing. Is Bruno Fernandes on the pitch? Not seen him. Ahmad? Not. I think their best player actually has been Patrick Dorgu. And so here's an interesting one, right? So Keiki saying Luke Thomas is doing quite well. I'll be honest with you, I've got to strongly quite disagree with that, although he did put a nice dangerous cross in. I just think that like Luke Thomas and Jordan Ayew, who's been moved to the left-hand side. So when we talk about both Luke Thomas and the left-hand side in general, Luke, because that was definitely the big change, right? Is he's put Bobby Donkey over Reed onto the right-hand side and he's moved Jordan Ayew to the left. Why do you think he's done that and how does that affected us?
That's a good question. I don't know why he's done it, mate. I was saying to this earlier, sometimes I just feel like I like Rude, and I think if he had the better players, he could be a good manager. But sometimes I just feel like with what we've got available, he sets us up to fail. It can be quite frustrating. I think Luke Thomas, I can't tell if that comment's in the wind-up or not, but I think Luke Thomas has been a complete car crash. He's there for the taking. His passing has been awful. That set piece he takes should never be allowed over a set piece ever again. That was gross. I hope he comes off for Woyu Koulibaly, to be honest with you. What does frustrate me down that left-hand side, and this is down both sides as well, is I'm happy that Bobby Decovery got the goal. I'm not slacking him off. All I will say is that I feel like a lot of the times that our transition and our build-up really is hampered by the lack of pace. And when you've got Samari behind the wingers as well, you know, with his passing distribution being questionable in the last two games, it really breaks down our build-up play. So it's been a bit frustrating, but hey, Bobby Decovery's got a goal. Hopefully Luke Thomas gets subbed off, but for me, he was the worst player on the pitch in the Leicester City shirt for that half.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think he needs to be subbed off, but the reason why I think he's been poor is there's been a few times where United have gone for this quick diagonal ball and it's bypassed Luke Thomas completely. And I also think against Patrick Dorgu, and that's another unusual one for Man United. Everyone assumed he was being brought to be a left wing back, but they've played him at right wing back. And he's gotten in a few times. And I actually think if he was more confident, Dorgu, he would just have Thomas on ice. But luckily that hasn't happened just yet. So look, Luke Thomas doesn't have too many games, but I feel like he's losing that battle. And that looks like the position where something could happen. And I agree with this comment, though. Ayew and Dallo are the worst players on the pitch. They're definitely bad. I will say one thing for Jordan Ayew, though. He did put a really nice through ball through to Bobby Reed, who had like a bit of a last shot. But as per always, I think Zaid always says, you know, if Jordan Ayew could choose between saving his own mother and passing the ball backwards or sideways, you know which one he will choose. It's sort of the harsh but true. And I agree with what you're saying there, Luke, there, that like, actually, I think Daka has been quite good in this half, in the sense that like what he's done a few times is he's sort of like dropped in deep, then spun. And because he's got pace, he's actually dragging their team back a bit. But where I agree with you is he's done the good work, and then that's giving space to either Ayew or Reed, but they haven't got either the pace or the technical quality to make the most of those gaps. Whereas, you know, if we had fast, exciting wingers that could dribble, I don't know. But what do you think about that?
No, I actually agree with you, mate. So that was your biggest argument last season when I slagged off Dak every time he was on, because you said that when we did have pace with Fatawa and Mavadidi, when he was dropping deep and playing that false nine position, you're stretching the pitch and you've got that width, he's really effective at getting players involved. It's just like if he receives the ball deep and he can dish it out because of his pace and get back to the winners, he has the pace to then get back into the box, whereas Vardy, in my opinion, wouldn't. And how many games have we watched Vardy play? We've been like, he hasn't really done anything, but he hasn't got any service, to be fair, as well, in the games that he hasn't had chances. But Daka hasn't really had the service, but he's affected the play because of everything that you just mentioned. So there is a genuine argument to be made for them, mate. I do think he should be alternated with Vardy much more, because we can't run Vardy into the ground. So because we have no other strikers, let's give Daka a full 90 minutes. Maybe he scores a goal and gets his confidence going again.
Yeah, the thing is, we all know that Vardy's the much better finisher. He's the much better one with his feet, but there's the physical side of the game, right? And the thing is Daka can press them back more. He can create space. There's a threat that you have to watch out for. So that's the thing about being a team player. But of course, the dream player for this team would be peak Vardy, who had all that touch and the finishing and had the pace. That's why he's a Premier League legend. But come on, let's talk about him then. Bilal is everywhere, offers so much. Bilal is him. Bilal really is him. He's the only person on the team, it feels like, who's allowed to play a forward pass. That's honestly how I feel about this team sometimes. But he's everywhere. He's making the tackles. And talk to me about that beautiful little step over and give and go to take the Man United defence out and cut it back for Ndidi. How good was that?
That was pure sexy as well. What about the other moment when he was on the other right side of the pitch and I don't even know what to call it when he did it. Just looked like a magician. He's fucking playing and dribbling on the ball around people. He's just making people look amateur. We need that, mate. We've been missing it ever since Maddison left, in my opinion. He's intelligent. He's ever on the pitch. That's where people don't. I always like to highlight that he's intelligent. He knows where to be at the right time. He scouts the right pass. He's got the flair. He's got it all. He's a complete package, and he's only 20 years old. He's only going to get better. Let's just appreciate and enjoy him while we can while he's here, mate. Because he's one of them that's going to move on and be like, remember when we had Bilal Okunus?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do you know what I like about him as well is that like you can tell that he's like a big match player. Like he's coming into this and he's like, I want to show off because he's a player that, to be honest with you, looks good enough to be like a 10 at Man United, to be honest with you. And you know, he's not there quite yet, but the way that he's going, he's going to end up going there. And yeah, this is what I feel like. He's the spark. It's a shame we have slow wingers. That's the thing. If you put a player like that in a team that's at his level, and wow, he's going to look pretty damn good. So really, really good. Excited to see what he can do. Let's hope we can unleash him a bit more. I do wish Ruud could do something maybe to get him even a bit more. I mean, I don't think it's a surprise, for example, that he has a good game with Ndidi in the team, right? Because it means he's going to win the ball a lot more, going to get the ball given to him and he can do stuff. But yeah, you're right. It was on the right-hand side and it was like right on the touchline. I don't know how he did it, but he did some like back of the foot control without looking and kept it in play and we built again. It's like, wow, that's, you know, that's something that I think you must be born with. All right, let's listen to the comment. Man U must be eyeing up Mads. Now, if I was Man United, I probably would be making a bid for Mads Hermansen, but he had a bit of a dodgy moment, didn't he, with that corner? Why don't you talk to me about what you think about Mads in this game?
Oh, he'd be copping pelters from all of us. If he dropped that in and went full 100% Butterfingers, we'd be like, he's not match fit. We should be playing Stolarczyk, but he got it. That's okay. That's all that matters. He did command the box a few times from set pieces. He come out and caught it and fisted it away. So look, he's been all right. His distribution hasn't been bad. It's very reliable as always. But yeah, that moment did give me the fear. Like it looks worse when you watch it on the replay as well. It's just like, oh my God, that was so close. But I think it's important. Duck mentioned in the preview that we did, he's like, look, I thought that Stolarczyk was probably going to play because it's a cup game, but he did need the minutes. So we all thought he was not really match fit and sharp last week. So let's hope that he builds upon this ready for the next big games we've got coming up.
What do you think the score is going to be now that we're 1-up? Just going to give you some stats before that. So it's 50-50 possession. Just one big chance in the game fell the way of Leicester. Man United had just 2 shots. Leicester had 4. Man, it's such a low quality game. That's all the stats you really need to know. I mean, it's like, are they playing football or just going for a run? It's hard to say. But what do you think about the game right now?
I refuse to give a score prediction because I don't want to give it the kiss of death. I'm not saying anything. Just put in the chat your score prediction. We'll leave it to you guys so we can blame you if we lose.
Lox is here. What did you make of that half?
Oh, mate. Yeah, look, it was good. It was good. And I don't know if you, sorry, lads, I don't know if you mentioned it already, but I'm sure you have. But Wilf, I mean, I just feel like it just makes, I think Manny said something funny on the stream where he said, these boys, they're playing up to the ITV cameras. I said, I think having Wilf in there is,
yeah.
How we spoke about when Danny Ward came in and all of the players just thought, oh, fucking hell, we're fucked here. I feel like Wilf being in there, a lot of the players have a bit more faith. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Has he been sucking him off on the stream or what? Has Manny been sucking? He sucked off a Collie so bad until he let that go.
Mate, shut up about him. Oh, mate, you know. But he even tried to say Ndidi got the assist for Reed's goal, which he never, he got a save. But yeah, man, I think I'll tell you what, 1-0 though. Samares, I've been a little bit disappointed with at times during this game.
Yeah, giving the ball away quite cheaply at times. And that's with the element of the game I think we could improve the most because we're not going back to front too much too well, and it kind of, takes the attack away quite a lot. But look, we're 1-up. You take that. It's a massive, improvement since the last time we played them. Although I would say it's hard to say, to work this out. But Amorim has actually made them worse than when they were under Ruud or under Ten Hag. They're trying to play a certain type of football, and it's just not working. So we'll take that up all day. I do wonder what they'll do, although it's interesting because you look at their team and it's still a strong team, right? They are playing Bruno Fernandes. They are playing Ugarte. They are playing Minor. You just don't see them. Ahmad is playing. Their new signing is playing. So who could they even bring on? I suppose they could bring on Garnacho. Maybe they can bring on Ericsson, but I don't know. It's feeling a lot better than it was before. I just hope that Ruud doesn't, like, if we're 1-0 up with like 10 minutes to go, do you think Monga's going to come on?
I don't know. I want to see him, but yeah, he probably won't risk it, right? He probably won't risk. Yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon, Luke? Do you think Monga will come on? I feel like if we were 3 down, I feel like if we were 3-0 down towards the end of the game, he would come on.
I don't know. I'd rather him come on winning, and I'd rather lose the game than like him come on with 3-0 down, confidence is low, and get absolutely battered, and just kind of hamper his development. If he is to come on that right wing, I'd rather have Donkey over Reed go to the left and I come off because he's a turtle, and then have Monga as that pace and that energy in the right hand side. I think that would be really good. But hey, let's wait and see. I would be surprised. Is McAteer on the bench, by the way? Before I feel like I look like an idiot.
Garnacho's coming on for United, though.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Right, I'm going to quickly press... not that. I'm going to press... this. There we go. Manny's back. Here he is. Okay, right, guys. I'm gonna let Luke and Anil go. We will be back at the full-time whistle with Luke and Anil. Thank you, boys. And let me press that. There we go. Thank you to Luke. Thank you to Anil. It is time for the second half. Just about. Garnacho has come on. Manny, what do you make to that, mate?
Well, they had to freshen it up somehow, didn't they? They're losing 1-0 at home to us. I mean, if you put yourself in the Man United fans' position right now, they're like, what is going on here? Like, we've had some bad results, but Leicester's one team that even when the doom and gloom is around, we always score against Leicester and score quite a few. And now it's getting a bit of panic stations for them, thinking, they're defenders of this trophy, don't forget. Imagine that, the defenders of the trophy going out to us. That's pretty embarrassing. Live on a Friday night when there's extra eyes watching. There's not, 6 or 7 games going on in the background that everybody's sort of paying attention to a little bit to all of them. Everybody's watching this tonight. And from Man United's point of view, there's just so many questions to ask. A lot to do with their structure of what they're trying to do. Again, a team looks a little bit slow to me. That we said we were there beforehand. They're kind of there for the taking. Remember I said before the match, I like Man United away more than I like Moyes Everton away, because they give you a chance, and that's something they really need to think about moving forward.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so we are underway. The clock will start going again in just a second. There we go. Okay, the match clock, by the way, Manny, is exactly what I am watching. This match clock here is exactly what I am watching on my screen. So that's me synced up.
We'll slightly sync up when there's a set piece or something. We'll double check that everything's good.
Johnny Gindoskov says, come on, Leicester, please win this one. Chugger United, Richard says. Peter says, just waiting for Bruno to do what he does to us. Ahmad versus Luke Thomas. Sean James says, Garnacho is awful, Kunal says. That's not true, is it, Manny? He's not awful.
No, he's not awful. He's far from awful. He's a good player. I don't think he's quite... Oh, Wout Farce. Wow. Farce overcommitting. Come on, Booba. Good. Get there, Booba. Good hustle, though, from Booba. That makes that a difficult cross. Booba deserves the credit for that. Brilliant tracking back. Well done. Good start to the half from him.
Manny, Steve makes a good point. This is Man U's only shot at Europe. Expect the kitchen sink if they have one. Excellent point.
That's European. If you think next year, fast forward next year, United easily could be in 6th, 7th, or even lower. Yep. And so if they win the Europa League next year, that's their way into getting into the Champions League. It's an underrated route. You've almost got a better chance of winning the Europa League these days if you have a finishing, say, 3rd or 4th, because the Premier League's just so competitive.
Yes. Of course, Højlund beats fast, Sean says. United's living dangerously here, trying to play out. Leicester with a good press. Bilal
Do you
and
know what?
Bobby Reeds and forces a mistake there by Lenny Yoro out for a throw in for Leicester.
You know what? That's another good point now. Looking from their point of view, Hoyland, slow. He gets
Yeah.
away from fast, but he hasn't got the pace to actually get away from him. He gives Sumara the chance to get back. You know, that's a big problem for them. It's kind of players you just got to avoid. He does all the target man stuff, and he's big and he's young, blah, blah, blah. But he's just too slow.
Just a reminder to everybody watching, the clock you see above me here on the scoreboard is where we're at, or roughly where we're at. So please, if something happens, don't react in the live chat straight away. Give it 5-10 seconds. If anybody starts spamming scores or fake scores, we will time you out. United could win the Europa this year, Rice says. There was a foul there from Luke Thomas. I mean, I'm not sure how much was in that, but the referee's blown. He wasn't even going to blow, but he did in the end. So Ahmad against Luke Thomas makes me nervous, Anil says from the live chat.
He should do. He should very much do. Because we know that there's a disaster waiting to happen there. But hey, look, he's held out for 48 minutes. He had a good game against Villa, Luke Thomas did. And no, he doesn't get a lot of love from anyone, I don't think. But he can come up with a solid game every now and then. And, you know, he hasn't looked out of place today, has he?
No. In total now, there's over 1,500 of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Make sure to get your comments in. Remember, at full time, there is a live redirect set up on YouTube. So at full time, that will take you straight, automatically, if you're on YouTube, straight to the instant match reaction. I'll also be sending a match ratings link in the live chat in a second as well.
Right, because the pace of the game is a little bit slow. If you were Locks Van Nistelrooy, what would you be saying to our boys at halftime?
Oh, hold on. Give the ball away there, United. Donkey touch. From Samari again, mate. Samari again there. Well, mate, we've got options to speed up our team in particular, haven't we? We've got options. I don't think...
Manga time? Are you feeling manga time?
Not yet. I mean, we were just speaking while you were away at half-time, mate, about if it's 1-0, 10 minutes to go, I don't think Rude would do it. I think if it was maybe 2-0 up, or if we were 2-0 down, or even 1-0 down, chasing a goal, maybe. But 1-0 up, I don't think he'll do it, mate.
Do you know what's more important to me, even at this stage? More important than winning this game is getting Jeremy Monga to sign his first professional contract at Leicester City. That's how good I think this kid is supposed to be rated, right? So if playing him for half an hour today makes him think, go on then, go on Bilal, you can shoot it. Bilal, that's weak.
You're about 2 seconds ahead, by the way. Just 2 seconds.
Okay.
That's all it is. 2 seconds.
Right,
Brandon says, is Ndidi like a new sign-in? Well, it is. Of course it is. When you lose anybody, it's like Fatawu. Next season, it will be like Fatawu is a new sign-in.
What price would you put on a player of that performance today, Lox? If you were there, if you were a scout and you're watching Wilfred Ndidi's play and you think, blimey, this guy's the best player on the pitch today, dominating in central midfield in a game full of expensive players. So what kind of evaluation are you putting on that? Would you say £50 million, perhaps?
Shut up, Manny. All right, here's a question to everybody in the chat. How much is Wilfred Ndidi worth? Manny reckons 50.
I just want to run through the logic of that. His playing style's worth 30. The fact that he's an absolutely brilliant human being and off the pitch leader as well adds 10 million. And then, because I don't want to sell somebody ever for market value, if you want one of my better players, then you're going to have to pay a premium on top of that. So in the real world, I'd say he's probably worth 40, but it would take 50 for me to let go of it.
Well,
15? You guys, come on, guys. 15
we
and
could
20.
get 20.
We could get 20. What is wrong? Ugarte cost what? What did Ugarte cost?
He's about 7-8 years younger, mate.
Mate, he's about half the player of Wilf in defence, at least. He might have more to an attacking sense.
Just Joe Football Show says 5 million and Harry Winks thrown in as a free for Wilfred Ndidi.
You lot, listen to him. Honestly, you know, all the big boys missed a trick by not picking up Wilf on a free. That is an absolute steal that you should have got. Remember, Liverpool were linked with him, 3 years ago? Everybody thought Wilf, after his series of injuries, was done as a player, and we went down. And then everybody thought there's no way he can adapt to playing an 8 under Enzo. He adapts. Wilf, that's a horrific volley. Timing.
At least 2 M&S cookies, Robert says. At least 2 M&S cookies.
This guy is still dominating his position in the Premier League. He's doing it whether he plays advanced midfield, whether he plays an 8, whether he plays a 6. This guy's versatile, perfect conduit for the African players. Yeah, we knew that was coming. But Booba's there, look. And Akoli, see? Go on, Akoli, stick with him. There you go. There you go. What? What? Is that a foul, Lux?
That's ridiculous. Full fit Ndidi back in the day, 80 million. Full fit Ndidi back. Oh,
if Ndidi was 20, if he was 22, then maybe you could make a case for higher than that. But even now, all right, maybe you don't want to pay 50 for a 15-year-old, but Casemiro was 70. And I'm telling you now, Wilfred Ndidi does a better job as defensive midfielder, at least defensive part of things, than Casemiro does in the Premier League today. So what do you want to do? Do you want to pay somebody on reputation and because they've got, lots of history of playing well, or somebody who's just consistently delivered, whether he was 19, whether he was 22, 25, 28. Wilf is still out there, and first came back after 3 months. I didn't think he would adapt this quickly, but first came back. He's dominating at Old Trafford. Can we give the guy some love, please? He's earned it.
Are the club doing a watch along? Are the club live? Who knows if who's live? Is the club live? David Nugent. Here we go. El Canoes. Ooh, does well
lovely Bilal. Oh, he's done it.
Still, Bilal.
Oh, go on, Bobby. First time. Who's that? Oh. Daka, get to the near post. Simple. Striker 101. You make a darting run in front of the centre-back, near post. Still like a scarecrow.
We've got no other strikers on the bench, mate. That's for sure. That is one thing I do know. Maguire clears this time. Bobby Reed picks it up. Back to Bilal El Canoes. He's so calm on the ball. Justin. Ooh. Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you something, Manny, because I know you love the numbers.
Okay, go on.
We have more viewers on YouTube than the club's official watch-along. So thank you to everybody watching. The club's official watch-along are on 81 viewers right now. And we are on YouTube are on 115. But we've got 1,600 over social media, over both Twitter and YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for that.
Very much. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying all this. Look, 54 minutes in. We've got possession of the ball. It's Old Trafford. Half time.
It's like it's 2020, mate. 2019.
We've got the ball and we're kind of knocking it around and it feels kind of good.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at this team can play. Remember this. We might still duff it in the next half an hour, but there is still potential in the team that we have. I know we're all worried. Oh, Bilal, that is beyond good. Oh, Bilal's got some magic in those feet. Oh, JJ, you plonker.
Oh, Garnacho. No. Was that Samari that time? Go on, Wilf.
Good block.
Yeah, Wilf. Big block.
Gets the block in.
And Didi looks knackered. Get him off, somebody said. What do you think, mate? You've got to think in the grand scheme of things, mate. Oh, well, we are a week away, though, aren't we? We are a week away from the next game.
This is the problem with the Cup, isn't it? This is why I say I don't really want to go far, because now that you're winning at Old Trafford, you can see the benefits of winning at Old Trafford, the headlines, the feel-good factor, and all the rest of it. But you're right, these extra games don't really help us, and the Premier League is the bread and butter. So there is a case to say, Wilfred, you've been amazing for an hour, but you've done your job today, and it's down to, oh, wow, there we go, he's down.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, dear, I don't like to see that.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, he's up. No, he's up. He's up. Oh, mate, that is...
He's coming off. I think he's just knackered.
No, he said...
Yeah,
good. I hope he's taking him off.
Harry Winks and Woyo Koulibaly coming on. I think he's knackered, mate. I think he just went down tired.
He's done his job. There's a good shout in the chat there. Yeah, there's a good shout in the chat. I was about to say, no, we've got to keep him on, but
He waved off any medical attention, so that's the main thing. Luke Thomas is coming off for Woyo, which would suggest maybe is Woyo coming on as a left back, or is he going to switch sides with James Justin? Let's find out. Winks
JJ
is
will
on
go
for Skit. Winks is on for Ndidi.
JJ will go left, I think.
Woyo played quite a bit of left back though, mate.
I think JJ will go left. But
He just pointed to the other side of the pitch. I think he's going left back. You know,
is he going left? He could be
well,
right.
let's find out. Let's
Okay.
have a look.
Interesting. Let's see. But look, now is the problem time. Wilfred's not there. And I think Daniel O'Connor just said it in the
Yeah, he's left back. Woyo left back. Woyo left back.
We've got a tough 35 minutes now. The game's going to change now. Now we won't be able to get those challenges in, and we're going to invite them more. We'll play deeper and deeper. It's going to get nervier and nervier. And unfortunately, they'll probably end up cracking us. But hey, look, good sign for our Premier League form to have Wilf back, huh?
Yeah, that is. Good. I mean, I think I think Rude watched that. He could see, and everybody could see the impact Wilf made, and I think it gives people a bit of encouragement. Harry Winks, who loves giving the ball away, says virtual aviator. Is Woyo's first shot up against Amad Diallo. So that's the tactical change right? Diallo up against Koulibaly.
Because
Diallo does well as well to win the ball.
Diallo prefers to come in on his left foot, and so Woyo's naturally right-footed, so he can protect that better, and he's got the recovery pace should Diallo try and take him on the outside. So clever thinking from Rude. You've got to give it to Rude here. Ruben Amorim is the next coming, but Rude's outdoing him here.
Do you think there's a certain 15-year-old kid sat on the bench at Old Trafford with his arms crossed looking at the manager thinking, I'm ready when you need me. Come and get me. I think so, mate.
15 minutes at least, please. 15 minutes. Regardless of the score, give the kid 15 minutes at Old Trafford. Let him know that there is a pathway to first-team football if you stick with us. Let him know that you trust him. When you're winning, you trust him. You think he's good enough. You think he'll actually look at it a different way. You're more likely to get a second in those last 15 minutes with your brilliance when everybody else is tired. And then you can show some magic and kill this game. How about that?
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm just...
Patson, nice touch there to Bobby. Patson. Is that Winks? Oh, lovely 1-2, Harry Winks. That's lovely.
Nice.
Now lay it off quickly, nice. Well job, Winks. Good stuff.
Canoes. Good ball in that. Oof. Ayew is like an extra player for Man United. Sean says, Ayew playing that one blind, unsurprisingly. Sit back and enjoy. Man United have nothing, says Steve. Steve is very confident. Blue Fox Forever says, would love to see some Monga magic.
Oh, Booba.
Yeah.
Booba. Oh, Booba.
Nice.
Booba Toure.
Oh, bit of a dodgy pass that from Ayew there. It's all right. Oh, lovely from Woyo through the middle.
Come on, Winksy. Bobby, don't look, turn. Go at him.
Yeah. Need Mavididi and Monga on, says Sean. I don't think that'll be the change, personally. I think it'll be one or the other.
A bit early for that. At least another 10 minutes. Certainly when Man United get ahead of steam, then you can change something. But whilst we're actually fairly comfy in possession, look how much time Winks has got on the ball here.
Yeah, that's what he wants. That's what he wants.
They got no time. They're not pressing. So while that's the case, you don't need to change the dynamic. The dynamic is fine. It's when the dynamic starts changing and they build up momentum. That's when you want to intercede and either change structure or change personnel.
I mean, Amorim, is it tactically? Is it instructions why they're not pressing? What do you think it is? Because Winks there. I mean, even Winks and Samara, they were both stood on the ball for a second there. You know what I mean?
I can't make any case for any formation, any style of football these days that doesn't include pressing. I mean, pressing is a prerequisite for whatever you do. So, you could say if you're the small team going away to Old Trafford, then maybe you say you don't want to press too high and create space. So we'll only press them when they hit a certain zone. Then we'll start pressing them. That's fine. But for Man United at home, when you're losing 1-0 to Leicester, you should be busting your nuts to win the ball back here. You should be absolutely breaking yourself. And there's no reason why you can't. And if you're not, then you're one of the question mark players for Ruben Amorim.
Here's Daka, Jordan Ayew is going to go out wide, surely to Woyo Koulibaly. Go on, give him a bit of time on the ball. No,
come on, Chunks. Nah, just keep it now. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I've just seen a tweet of friend of the channel, Jacob Horsfall. I'll tell you what he said here, mate. It's interesting. See what you think to it. Leicester's triangles in the first and second phase are a pattern that have appeared all season, but I've never seen them be able to do it with such ease and at such a slow pace. United's press is all over the shop. No one knows what they're supposed to do.
This is why I said I prefer playing away at United currently, away at Amorim, than I do to Moyes, because Moyes would not have any of this standing off. Players are not allowed to stand off. Most managers in the Premier League wouldn't allow their players to stand off. But I don't think it's Amorim's fault. This has been United's fault. These players, they like to be on the ball. They don't like to work extremely hard to win the ball. They think that's someone else's job. Like, I'm a baller. Your job is to get the ball. You give it to me. I'll create some magic. But you're forgetting, it's like the old Ndidi debate. You have to win it's simple. You have to win the ball first. You have to earn the right to play football. And that means winning the ball. In Man City have done so well, but those brilliant creative talents, they work their nuts off. They work so hard to win the ball. And the reason they've struggled this time is because their team is getting older and it's harder to get to the ball than they used to. And they play so many games. Those players have a cumulative tiredness effect. But, United are trying to change that. They're trying to buy younger players, hungrier players. And it's normally those kind of guys who want to do it more.
We heard somebody said earlier that it's a chance for them to get into Europe. So they're going to throw the kitchen sink at it. And they are now making a change. And it's Kobe Mino off and Joshua Zirkzee on. So a very attacking change there, but leaving Højlund on. So 2 up top. I mean, I imagine Zirkzee will sit a bit deeper, of course, which he likes to do.
What they should do is keep Zirkzee up high and start pinging him direct. He's good in the air. He's a big lad. He's a big mobile unit. They should be trying to target Wout Fass if I was them. Get Zirkzee on Fass and try and get either in on him or ping a long ball. We've seen how many times a long ball, Wout Fass lets it bounce or misjudges it. It's, basic tactics are actually more effective than clever tactics against us. And I think United just trying to overcomplicate things.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
That's nice.
Oh.
That's nice. Oh my
Caleb
God! What stop a Caleb Akoli?
Oh my God!
That is unreal, Caleb Akoli.
Oh, Garnacho is not happy with that.
Oh, mate.
There. Wow.
Recovery pace as a recovery centre-back. What did we say? Caleb Akoli. Is that... Oh, he's got a bit lucky there off his shin, but still, he was there in the first place. I love that. Look at that reaction as well. I love that. He wants it. He wants that clean sheet. Go on, Caleb Akoli. Good for you. Back in the team. Show him how it's done.
Fass is holding his head. Wow. By the way, everybody in the chat, I saw a couple oh my gods there a bit early. Just wait, just chill. Give it a few seconds. Wow, let's look at that replay. Yeah, off the crossbar as well. That is a big goal-saving clearance, that off the line. Wow. Lovely stuff, that, mate, isn't it?
Mate, the guys there.
From Pineapple Head.
The anticipation to get to chase back, to get there, the speed to be able to do so, then the balance to be able to get something on it. All right, it was a bit lucky it was off his shin, but that ball's going in. That's as good as scoring a goal the other end. Make no mistake. Absolutely massive, that is. And we've been talking about this centre-back debate for a little while. And can Vestergaard get back? Is Vestergaard getting there and stopping that ball going in?
No.
Okay. So
he'd kick it into his own net anyway.
The value of mobility. We've been talking about this consistently for a while. And you know what? He's having a good game, Akoli. Is he not?
Yeah.
And there's a,
there we go. Is Woyo got a big throw on him then? No, he's not. I thought he was going to go long there.
Pardon?
Oh, shut up. Samari gives it away. Love Akoli and Woyo celebrating like that pure passion. Of course, they'll both speak Italian, right? Well, we know Akoli would, but Woyo, you'd imagine, speaks a bit of Italian. Played in Italy for the last few years. Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of people sort of watch YouTube and...
That might be quite big though for the pair of them, having them two. I mean, I'm sure they're the close ones in the dressing room, right? Them two. It would have helped Akoli coming,
absolutely,
coming into the team.
Oh, definitely, no doubt about that. And not just that, mate.
Here we
not
go
just-
again.
There we
Amad
go. Go on, Wowie.
Diallo.
Watch inside. Watch inside. Yes, Wowie.
Whoa, yo, get in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bruno, Yoro, sorry.
I don't like these crosses to Xerxes.
Ball across. Oh, Xerxes goal. Yeah, very frustrating that. Very frustrating. It took a little bit of a deflection as well, didn't it, off a couple of players, and then found its way to Xerxes. Ball delivered by Mazraoui. Yoro gets there, heads it to Garnacho. Garnacho takes on D Cordova-Reid, squares it. Yeah, nice little flick attempt by Højlund. Saved by Hermansen. He's down on the floor, and then Xerxes just got an open goal, really. It blocks off fast, sorry. Hermansen's already on the floor. Xerxes taps it in. Very, very unfortunate. Very frustrating. And it's one of them things, though, isn't it, Manny, that can change a tie now just off that goal. A fortunate goal, and it can turn the tie.
We knew it. Taking Didi off. We know what's coming, right? The pressure is going to start to come. Pressure builds, pressure builds, pressure builds. That's why, I'm an advocate of trying to kill a game and actually continue trying to attack and get that second, because United are not going to sit here for half an hour and just let us knock it about for fun. And sooner or later, our defence is going to crack. We have a history of conceding a lot of goals. But it's not hindsight. Look, we knew what happens when Wolves off the pitch. We've still been playing well in this game. We're still level in this game, by the way. We're not losing. And does it go to extra time? Is it straight to pens these days?
Ooh, I don't know, mate. Daniel says that's such a Man United goal. So lucky and shit, yeah. And Didi comes off and this whole back line collapses. I'm done. Ragsy says Okoli crying out for help from Fast and he's just stood there.
Oh,
I need to see it again.
Winks, what are you doing, man? Simple ball, 5 yards. Give it away. Oh, you got lucky there, Winks. Honestly, so clumsy. I thought you were supposed to be a brilliant passer. 5 yards, simple ball, gives it away.
Heads up, chins up, Mavadidi on, nothing to lose. This is a poor Man United team. You don't want extra time. We don't want extra time, do we, Manny? We don't.
No,
would you rather lose than it go to extra time? Would you rather lose 2-1 in the 90 than go to extra time?
No.
Be honest.
No, you've worked this hard. It's deflating if you lose. If you work this hard and you get a result, then, you do feel good about yourself. All of us need a boost whenever we can get it. And, you're in the game now. I'm not thinking logically. I'm thinking we're playing Man United. It's 1-1. There's 20 minutes to go. It's not my instinct to want to lose. So just think.
The low.
Get the monger on. Get Chugger off. Get the monger on. And let's finish this game. And unleash the beast. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Unleash the beast. Seriously. Get this kid on. Let's have a look.
Scott says I'd swap JJ and Woyu around. Garnacho has got JJ on toast. I mean, to be fair, from what I've seen, it's been mainly Garnacho up against D Cordova-Reid, to be honest with you, on that left side.
JJ's tucked in again as like a third centre-back. And we spread it to a back five.
See, can you bring Monger on in that situation? I don't think you can. You can't bring him on in that situation and expect him to defend against...
Depends of your tolerance for risk.
Well, if we go 2-1 down, then of course you do it, don't you? You do it, of course. But we're not 2-1 down.
Don't give the kid an uphill battle. Give the kid a chance to win the game, not level the game. Give him a chance to be a superstar, win the game. Go out there. Go on, last minute, win the game, 15-year-old headlines. Jeremy Monga, who is this kid? Wonder talent. Have your Wayne Rooney moment. Go out there and stick a 20-yarder in the top corner and win it 2-1. That's what I want.
Yeah. Come on, Rude. Make the changes, man, says Ragsy. We've had 2 subs already, remember. Harry Winks on and Woyu Koulibaly on.
4 minutes.
Thomas
75.
Wink.
Bring him on. What do you think, Lux? Well, how many minutes would you give Monga? Would you put him on or would you just say...
I don't think it's going to happen. I've got a feeling it's not going to happen, mate. Not when the game's this tight. Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Oh.
If we were 2-0 down, something like that, not much to play for, I think he'd do it. But I also get your viewpoint. 1-1, 20 minutes to go. I mean, it's written in the
Tiring
stars, mate.
defence.
15-year-olds.
They're starting to get a bit tired. There's a bit of space. Bilal finds Monga on the right hand side with a bit
Casey
of speed.
McAteer coming
Monga
on.
cuts inside, left foot, top corner. Megastar
Casey
is born.
McAteer. Casey McAteer on
Casey
for D. Cordova-Reid.
McAteer. Oh,
Now, you know what that means, Manny. You know what that means. You know what that means. No
Honestly.
Monga. Off the right. No Monga.
Oh, rude. Come on, rude.
No Monga.
Casey McAteer.
Mm.
Blimey, it's about as exciting as a Gareth Southgate press conference. Honestly. Come on, Casey McAteer. Well, do you know what? I've set him up now, haven't I? Casey winner, here it comes. Harry Winks. Come on, Harry Winks.
Nice.
That's it. Nice.
Oh, what?
Salford ref again. That's not a foul.
That's shocking. That's shocking. Is Monga right or left-footed? I think he's left-footed, isn't he? He's a left-footed right winger.
I think he's both. I think
Ooh.
he's got both in the locker.
Play him off the left then, mate. Get him on for IU.
Mate, play him. You could play him 10. You could probably play him left. You could play him right.
Mm.
You could probably play him false 9 one day as he grows up.
I'd have rathered IU came off instead of Reed, says Rugsy. Monga should come on in extra time. Well, that's an option as well, of course.
Oh, Woyo. So how we think about Woyo, by the way, he's playing left back. We didn't think he was necessarily going to start there. He's playing against Amad Diallo, their most informed player, electric winger. Everything I love in a winger, Amad Diallo has it. Woyo's holding his own so far. Go on, Woyo. No, he likes to get stuck in on Woyo, doesn't he?
Sacked again. Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
Monga can play across the
Here we
front.
go. Woyo. Stop him, Woyo.
Oh,
Whoa,
Wink.
no.
El Canoes, McAteer. Now build something, lads. Come on. Get forward. Backwards.
See what I mean? That moment, your instinct, is it to keep charging forward? No, he doesn't trust himself. So he stops and he just lays it off. It takes the entire sting out of the attack. Defense gets back in shape. If that's for Tawu, he's charging down the wing as we're speaking, trying to create some kind of electricity.
Yeah. Here's where you're now on the ball. Simple. I want to see a bombing run from him at some point. You know what I mean? Just
Who, Woyo?
Yeah, just getting down that. Yeah, man.
No, I want to see Woyo at right wing. Seriously. He's got a bit of speed about him. Well,
we're not going to see him now.
No.
Not with McAteer, then.
I didn't get this McAteer. We could have offloaded him. Got decent money in.
10 million, eh?
I mean, even if Monga doesn't come on tonight,
That's a good switch. That's a good switch. Look at Garnacho's got JJ. JJ can't do this, man.
Do you know, ironically, this is probably a situation where we were happy with what have you done there?
You know who JJ would be really good against? Jordan Ayew, and that's about it.
Hey, to be fair, he did well there. He got back. He's tracked to the run.
Oh.
He's got his foot in. All right, that's standard play, but he still did his job there. It's Alejandro Garnacho, and it's like Argentinian international wonder kid. It's not easy playing against Alejandro Garnacho.
Did you say this? Did you say Wono? Did you say that? You twat. Get Chugger off, says Tom. Well, it's going to be Mavididi, I think, mate, to come on for him, I think, if that change is made.
Yeah, Mavididi.
We've only got one sub window left.
Oh,
there we go.
Booba, what a touch. That first touch.
Now we can get forward. Oh,
keep going.
Come on, Booba.
Go on, Booba, hold him up. Oh, Bilal's got the pace. Looking left. McAteer. Oh, no. See, that's where we need the pace. We had Woyo at right wing. He's gone.
Bilal cannot do the full 90. We've seen this so many times. He tires.
He looks like he's tiring, isn't he, Bilal?
You could see he was, ball over the top.
What about Bilal for Monga and play Monga in the advanced role?
Hold on. Goes out wide to Diallo.
That's a
Whoa,
goal
yeah,
kick.
yeah.
It's a goal
that's
kick.
fine.
It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, stop
Bilal.
dreaming about fucking Monga coming on. If Monga comes on, it would be McAteer would move centrally. Monga is not on his professional debut being played in a position he's unfamiliar with. It won't happen. He will be brought
It's
on
not
as
necessarily
a winner
in this
only.
case with 10 minutes to go about positioning. There's no real solid position because they overthrow numbers. So the normal rules of formations go a bit out of the books because they're charging at you. All you're trying to do is attack the right profile, i.e. pace, and dribbling ability to the right space wherever it is. So if the space is central, where Bilal just found a big pocket of space, if that's Jeremy Monga running forward with the ball, he's faster than Bilal. He's gone. He gets a one-on-one chance with the keeper. Don't fixate on right wing, wherever. It's just where the space is. That's what matters.
I'm just saying, Monga ain't coming on. We've been sold a dream, Manny. We've been sold a dream, and the dream will not happen.
I'll take 10 minutes.
Not today.
I'll take 10 minutes.
Play through there a little bit.
So did we get? Is this extra time? Did we get an answer on that? Sorry.
Yeah, extra time. Yeah.
Well, then he could easily come on in extra time, mate.
I don't think it will go. I don't think it will get there.
You don't think it will get there?
Someone will score.
What, mate? We're going to win it then.
We'll see. Here come you.
Get him down, Patson. Hunt him down, Patson.
Oh,
Patson!
Someone else is down injured now. I think that's Patson, is it?
Patson Daka's down. He's toast.
I think that was a hamstring or something.
Hold your head. Forget the hamstring. Hold your head. What you're doing. If you hold the head, he has to stop the game. Just hold your head anyway.
That's not good. That's not good because you got to think now, mate. Vardy's injured as well.
This is the danger of playing cup games, Locks. This is why I don't want to particularly go far.
Oh,
no, he's in. He's going to be a... he's absolutely duffed that. You got lucky though. Garnacho's getting some joy.
Mate, we're in the mud now. It's going to have to be Edouard, isn't it?
This is the problem with playing extra games. Any extra game is an extra opportunity for one to lose a player. Look, we already saw Wolf go down and we bricked it. Now Patson's gone down.
We'll see what it is because it could just be cramp.
Cramp? 79 minutes? Yeah, maybe.
It's Daka, isn't it? He's not played much, has he?
Yeah, maybe.
No, it looks like his knee. No, it's cramp. It's cramp. Let's see what happened. Oh, he jarred his leg a little bit, didn't he?
See, that's his problem, isn't it? He's not strong enough in the challenge. We said this earlier when Maguire got the better of him. It's his whole problem. He's just too fragile. He's built of like plywood or something. It's just it's not strong enough.
Over in the wind.
Yes, not good.
Big shout out. There's over 2,300 of you now watching. So thank you so much. Make sure to head over to YouTube because we're going to have the instant match reaction coming up soon. I'm going to put in the link in the chat. Should I do this now? No, I'll give it 5 more minutes. There will be a match ratings link going in the chat very, very soon. So you'll have to click that and you can go on and give your match ratings. Looks like Dak will be okay. What a shame. No, I'm joking.
Fergie sitting next to Sam Allardyce in the crowd, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Nicely spotted. Would you change anything right now? I mean, we're going to have to, aren't we? Maybe play Mavadidi as a striker, Manny? Is Facundo.
Facundo's coming on. And we need fresh legs. Our players are tired. Whoever looks tired, come off. Find somebody to cover them for 10 minutes. But the tiredness will kill you. And we've got extra time coming. So, I mean, yeah, Facundo fine. Monga fine. Ayu's a candidate to come off. Bilal's a candidate to come off. Yeah, certainly those two. So
this will be the last substitute of this half. We can't make any more. If it goes to extra time, we can make another 2 or 1. We can make 2 because you get an extra one in extra time anyway. So we'll have 2 available if it goes to extra time in one window. But that is it now for the 90 minutes. So Facundo is on. Who did he come on for? Was it Bilal or Daka?
Daka, I think.
So that means Ayu up front, probably. Jordan Ayu up front.
Come on, Chagstar. Keep chugging away.
Chugga.
This is actually, no, look, I mean, if you're happy with the 1-1, then this is exactly the right situation for him, isn't it? Now go down, hold your head, take 30 seconds out of the game. win a foul, hold it up, play it backwards, retain possession. Those characteristics are fine in this game situation now. It's just the start of the game. It's not particularly exciting, is it, when you're trying to get somewhere?
We are a lot slower now, though, eh?
Mate, do you know what? United don't look particularly quick. It's only Garnacho that's really causing any real problem. JJ versus Garnacho is an issue, but there's not really any threat coming from anywhere else.
I imagine it's going to be Facundo then off the right, Ayew in the middle, and McAteer off the left, maybe? Or Bilal on the left. Maybe Bilal off the left.
I'm just trying to look. It looks Casey's on the right, and Ayew's definitely central. Buonanotte looks like he's playing. Don't really know.
Maybe is Buonanotte like a false nine?
So Ayew's left wing, Buonanotte's false nine, and Bilal's on the right.
It's like McAteer playing like a right wing back.
Casey's tucked into like a right wing back slot or a right defensive midfielder, like a second midfielder slot.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
No, Ayew's on the left. Facundo's playing in centrally. Yeah. It's okay.
False nine Facundo.
He slipped already. He's got the wrong boots on. He's got the wrong boots on.
He's got the wrong boots on. Oh, Woyo.
Nice.
Yes, Woyo.
That's a foul. Yeah.
No, Woyo, 3 million quid.
Wait, what's just happened there?
It's free kick to us.
Asking for a yellow. Yeah, I think they asked for a yellow.
Woyo looks good piece of business for 3 million euros, mate.
Did you see that? Did you look at Ugarte off the ground there? Look,
it's not off the ground. No,
it's a bit naughty. He's a bit naughty.
Maybe a yellow. Yeah,
yellow cards. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And by the way, Ugarte, have you seen him today? Because I have not really noticed him on the pitch much at all, doing anything constructive or destructive. Just been a bit anonymous.
Yeah. Right, we're in the 80, coming up to the 84th minute. I imagine there'll be about 4 minutes added time, I think, probably. But at the moment, it looks like we're going to extra time. Look at that, Manny. That'll be the first extra time of the watch-alongs on this channel.
Yeah, look, there could well be another goal.
I didn't plan for it. I didn't plan for extra time.
Yeah, you need a little fridge right next to you, see?
Yeah. Or some cookies. Cookie.
I've got both of those. Ready. On standby. I'm ready for extra time.
Mavididi needs bringing on for the turtle.
You know, I don't want extra time. The players do look tired. And when are we playing next Premier League game? How many days?
Saturday. 8 days. 7 days. 8 days.
Oh, okay. In that case, 8 days recovery. That's plenty. All right, in that case, let's go and win the game then. So, how do we win this game? Okay. Chugger off.
Oh, it's a good ball, that. Ball across. Samari get there. He does.
Good cover, Sumare. Right position, right time. Well done.
Next game is Arsenal, though, right? Might as well go for it here, says Daniel.
Yeah, give it a go. But the crowd are going to egg them on, aren't they? So they're going to try and overcommit. There are chances here to catch them over. Like here, I know it sounds silly, it's United corner. But if the right clearance goes to the right person, there is a chance of a breakaway and a goal the other side. And there is lots of space. Maguire's not getting back. Just get the clearance. Okay. So we've got Bilal at the edge of our box. So if we do break away, it's Bilal. He's not quick enough.
That's another header away for Okoli, that. Right, United go short. Alejandro Garnacho. Back out wide now to Bruno Fernandes. They are all over us, says Peter.
I wouldn't go that far. They've just got a lot of bodies from a set piece. They've stayed there.
Ooh, Jordan.
Now,
Sugarsaurus clears.
No outlet. See, that's the problem. There's no outlet. We need an outlet here. Now you're inviting them on us. This is where you can see the penalty or do something stupid. You've got to have that outlet.
I mean, this is, this is something, Manny, that's very much spoken about quite a bit these days about managers giving into the media and things like this, with the whole Monga situation. It's like, do you remember the situation a few weeks ago with Ashley Young's son? where he
Yeah.
where he said, "No, I'm not bringing him on when I need to get something right, just
Yeah,
for the sake of it."
that was crazy.
No, I know, but still, Rude. It might be the same. Everybody wants Monga to get on. 15-year-old kid, come through the Leicester Academy, get him on. Maybe Rude's just thinking, nah, I've included him in the matchday squad. It's good experience for him in the matchday squad. On the bench, away at Old Trafford on a Friday night under the lights. That's enough for him at the moment.
Yeah, but you forget something. Apparently, so we're told, and so we've seen glimpses of, this kid can really play football. You forget the kid can actually really play football. He's a damn good footballer. Given space, given time, a 15-year-old kid who can do 100 meters at what? 11.3, 11.5 maybe, something like that, against a tired Harry Maguire in extra time. It's a sprinting, it's not a contest. And if the guy's good enough with a football at his feet and he can get to a one-on-one situation with a goalkeeper, he's been putting them in away his whole life. Forget about the age. It's not about the age. It's whether the kid actually is as good as we're led to believe he is. And against a tiring defence where there's so much space, you're almost playing against nobody. There are opportunities here to score as they overcommit.
Yeah.
Maguire might flatten him if you can get close to him, but you know what it's like when there's a transition and a breakaway and it's 3-on-2. Maguire might not even be in the picture.
Here comes. Oh,
Winks.
That was Winks, wasn't it?
Winks.
Oh, and again.
Winks and again, Winks.
Oh my God.
Winks. What did I tell you about Winks locks?
Joe Wayman was right all along.
Tell you about Winks locks. Go on, Booba. Oh, wrong way.
Harry Wanks.
Did I not say this? I've been saying this for months, Winks. So
Joe Wayman's been saying it for over a year, 2 years nearly.
Said it for 6, mate.
Harry
Ever
Wanks.
saw him play. He's just he gives the ball away. Do you remember the 2 goals against QPR? Just gave the ball away. Just giving the ball away twice in 10 seconds. You're supposed to be able to be good at keeping the ball.
Yes, Andrew. Yeah, Wayman said it. The day we signed him, he was like, Harry Wanks, no good. The difference between Winks and Ndidi. Here we go. He's got Nacho down the left.
He's a danger.
He's got time. McAteer. Oh, he beats him as well. Fast clears.
That is a problem. Garnacho, whoever he's against, he's doing them.
Daniel, I think it's because if we go extra time, you get an extra window. You can make subs again, so then we can make 2 more because we've got 1 remaining, and then you get an extra one, so we can still make 2 subs.
So that's clever from Bilal, though. Even though he went down, you see he's kind of half holding his face. Make the referee think maybe there's a head injury. Take another 5-10 seconds out of the game. Take the sting out of the game. Shithousery is max, but I kind of like it. Streetwise.
And he's probably knackered.
Yeah, that's the other point too, because he's put shift in, hasn't he? He's faded a bit this half, Bilal.
He always does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's only 20. That's the downside of a young player. They don't have the endurance.
Could get that over the top there. Chogosaurus was through.
You know what? I still think there's a chance to score here.
Ragsy says Monga. Ooh.
Nice. Not nice.
Monga can actually play football, unlike Chogosaurus. Even if we lose, Monga can learn a lot. Just ask him to run and do his thing in the final third. Well, with extra time, yeah, I have a little bit more faith that we will see him, for sure. We've got 2 subs to make. I mean, at that point, Manny, as a manager, do you think, right, let's get through another half an hour of football and go to penalties? Or do you think, let's try and just get the win, and if we lose, we lose? Because if you choose the latter, well, you bring on Mavididi and Monga, don't you?
I think you want to teach your players the mentality of think big. Go out there and win the game. This United team is just it's the badge and the name that scares you. The actual players on the pitch, they're not outplaying us. They haven't been outplaying us. It's 1-1. The game's there for the taking. Whoever wants it the most is hungry enough. and shows that bit of quality can win this game, whether it's us or them. There's not a huge gap between these two teams today. Maybe in a year or two, there'll be a huge gap. But right here, right now, that gap, it does not exist. Go out there and win it. Be brave.
Winks. Oh, my God.
Winks. Jesus Christ. He's given the ball away about 5 times this half. He's only been on since Mevedini. He's given away the ball away 5 times in about half an hour, honestly.
Listen. You said teach the players a lesson about going out and winning it, dream big. But in a relegation season, do you not teach them to actually maybe see out a game? See it to penalties?
No, but the problem, the fear comes in. We're not good enough to do that.
Well, we did against Spurs. We did it, right? We saw it out. We saw it through.
Yeah,
and we did well.
Okay. Got a fair point. Okay, maybe we did against Spurs, but how many times do we not see it out? How many times do we concede? Crystal Palace, great example. 2-0 lead, we couldn't see it out.
Oh, we've just conceded. Harry Maguire.
Well, at least we don't have to play extra time. That's good for our relegation battle. Thank you, Harry Maguire, for saving our season.
That is literally the last second of the game as well, isn't it? That's like the last minute. That's like the 93rd minute, isn't it?
Harry Winks.
Harry Winks has lost us that game.
There was 2 games, with Ndidi and without Ndidi. Look at the replacement we have for Wilf and ask yourself why we've been losing games. The good news is, if Wilf can hang in there... Oh, is he offside? He's offside here.
No VAR.
Oh, you're joking.
No VAR.
What?
No VAR. He's so offside as well.
Why is there no VAR?
He's literally 10 yards offside, by the way. 10 yards, mate. He is a joke. That is crazy. That's crazy.
You can have it. We've won this trophy.
Maguire. Right, guys, there's the match ratings. Go and give your match ratings now that we've conceded late on. There's your match ratings in the chat. Go and leave your match ratings. I mean, that is a joke.
Honestly, people say, oh, should we get rid of VAR? This is why you cannot get rid of VAR. Look at this. Last minute Old Trafford, big cup game. Absolute clear offside. Anybody in 3 seconds, first replay could tell you miles offside. You don't need to draw any lines. And people say, oh, I prefer the days without VAR. Well, maybe if you're a Man United fan and you get decisions like that at Old Trafford, of course you don't love VAR. But for the rest of us, we need VAR.
VAR isn't the issue. It's the cunts that use it. Oh, we're going to concede another, eh?
Yeah, we'll concede another, probably no.
Can't deal with IU anymore. Needed to come off since the 60th minute. Tom says no VAR and he was offside. Half the United team were offside. Yeah, man.
By the way, this is why we don't try and see games out, because one way by hook or crook, even though that was horrific and not a goal, we just have a habit of conceding goals, don't we? We just have a habit of conceding goals. We've been conceding, 50, 52, 53 in the league?
It was never a handball, by the way. Someone's blaming JJ. It was never a handball. That shouldn't have even been handball, in my opinion. His arm was here, Manny. Look, so JJ's hand was like this, and the ball hit it. That's not a handball because it's not. You know what I mean? Because that is your chest anyway. So it was another dodgy position, another dodgy call from the Salford referee. Right, the Salford referee. The lino's probably from. Name another place in Manchester, mate. Come on, help me out here.
What? Hacienda.
Name it. What?
Nightclub. You've never heard of the Hacienda?
No, they're probably
honestly,
all, mate.
You kids nowadays, honestly, what's wrong with you kids?
Mate, look how offside he is. Oh wait, he's not off, is he? Yeah, he is. He's offside. The rest of the team are as well, but Maguire's just off as well. So that would have been ruled out by VAR.
Mate, let them have it. It did us a favour. It's better than to lose an extra time or on penalties. And even if we went through and won today and everybody gets that uplift and that bounce and we'd all be buzzing, and we would be. You know what? The players, I bet you Rudy's saying there, you got nothing to be ashamed of. You were brilliant today. That is the kind of performance that we want again. And again, people are going to turn around and say, Oh, another one where we played well but didn't get a result. You know what? It will change if you keep playing that well. And you get Wilf back in this team. We saw the difference. One, and Rude said it as presser. Having Wilf back is like having a brand new signing. And you saw the instant impact he made. If we can coax him through and hopefully pray to God he doesn't get injured, then we really have got a fighting chance to stay up in this league. Huh?
No, we're going down. Let's not get it twisted.
What do you mean that? Come on.
Let's not get it
What do you mean
twisted.
that?
Man United is shit. They're shit. They're shit.
There's still £1 billion Man United team, mate.
Mate, Amarin's lost more games in his short spell than Ten Hag did all of last season.
Yeah, but that's
Did
how
you
it's
know
been
that?
going for us. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. But did you really want to win today? Be honest. Did you really, really want to win?
Nah, I'm not on about that. I'm on about your question about, well, we can stay up. I don't think we can. Let's not.
All right, I take your point. They're that bad that we shouldn't get so excited. Come on. But there's still, there's...
If we won, I'd get a little bit excited, but we've lost. We've lost in 90 minutes.
I'll look beyond the result.
Well,
Still,
people are
still got
people
holes,
are still
but yeah. I thought we
people
played
are
well
still
today.
blaming JJ. It was not a handball. Go and watch it back. It wasn't a handball. His hand was your arm was there. It's not a handball. Would have loved to see Monga for IU. He was providing nothing entire second half. Fat head offside, typical Leicester. Playing United is basically playing Southampton. Harry Wanks his fault. I mean, honestly, there's a case to be made, Manny, that Skip should have come on instead of Winks. And I'm not even joking. I'm really not joking. There's an argument to be had.
Much for muchness. Almost the same player, just slightly.
I'd say he's slightly more athletic.
Slightly, just. But both 5'9", both small, can supposedly pass short range. But how many times does Winks give it away? 5-yard ball, 5-yard square ball. That's the stat ball, yeah? That's the one you keep pumping to get those stats nice and high. So when everybody looks, you see a pass success rate of 93 point something %. They're the easy ones. And he was duffing those today. I mean, doesn't win the ball. Wilf actually was also in a position to take the shot where we scored a goal from. So Wilf's getting up and down. He's everywhere. Mate, Wilf's an absolute, totally different stratosphere of a player to Harry Winks.
Yeah, I'm just seeing all these. I mean, I've just seen in Man United fans saying, yeah, it's... you know what? I'm looking at the photo of the offside. I mean, Anil will show it, guys, in the instant reaction, but the lino is looking straight down the line because it's a set piece, right? Set pieces, Manny, are the easiest times for linos to spot things because there's nothing going on. It's a ball delivered. They've got a straight line, and he still missed it. It's crazy. You know what it is? He's scared. The lino was scared because he's away. He's at Old Trafford. He's at Old Trafford, and he's too scared to rule that as offside because he knows it can't be overturned.
He'll get pelters.
So if that was at home at the King Power, he'd have blown it offside. I think it's because it's at Old Trafford. That's why.
Absolutely.
That is why.
But also, looking down that line from his point of view, if you think Maguire's onside, because Maguire's such a big unit, you can't necessarily see the other side of Maguire. You're guessing. You're guessing, my friend. You think it's probably offside. You have to be sure it's onside to keep that flag from going up. So look, they got a decision, but this is what used to happen pre-VAR. The big teams get a dodgy decision at home because as human beings, the linesman and the referee feel, like you said, they feel pressurized. There's 75,000 people. There's Roy Keane's going to go crazy post-stream. You're going to get hate mail. You're going to get death threats. It's natural that those people would be influenced. I mean, who wouldn't be? I'm not blaming the lino for being terrible. I'm blaming is why is there VAR only until the semi and not beyond? It's just stupid. You're supposed to have the same set of rules for a competition from start to finish. Not like we'll bring it in at some stage. At least say if VAR facilities are available, then we should be using them because they improve the quality of decisions. That's it.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, guys. We do have the instant reaction coming up soon. I'm going to post the link one more time in the chat. There it is. So please, if you want to give your match ratings, if you think that Wilf was incredible, if you think that IU was shit, Chugosaurus, then please click this link, give your match ratings, because Anil will be bringing it up on the instant reaction. Even with VAR, even without VAR, Man U get the decisions. Even with it, they get them. It's for cost cutting money. What is?
Not having it in the FA Cup.
It's not. It's because there's some teams still in the competition that are at grounds that can't facilitate VAR. So they don't want some games in this round having it and some games not having it. That's why. That's why they do it.
Simply, VAR improves accuracy, so we should have it wherever possible. And if you can supply it to, say, every club, it's not realistic to have it every smaller club. I think it does cost quite a lot of money. I'm not sure how much it cost.
I don't know.
150. I think it's 150 grand or something like that per game, with all the cameras and the setup and the rest of it. But this is Man United at Old Trafford against Leicester. I mean, what is that for accuracy? Is this not... Jesus, I've just looked at it. They got 3 players clearly offside. It's not vaguely close. That is an unbelievably bad decision. Unbelievably bad. Then forget the no VAR. You know what there should be? For something that's such a clanger as that, we don't need VAR. All the referee needs is somebody to say in his ear, the fourth official to say, mate, miles offside. Miles offside. Call it back. You've got 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you can just say on the radio, mate, miles offside. This is not one of those where we have to draw lines and it's tight. You can maybe let those go, but this is a blatant, massively obvious offside. What is to stop when everybody can just get a text from their mate watching at phone saying, oh, just seen the game on TV, he's miles offside. Why can nobody just inform the referee and they bring it back? Why?
It's ridiculous. It really is. Let's look at some of the comments, Manny, before we head over to the instant reaction. So, clear offside, but we should get over it. Positives with Ndidi. Winks started strong, but made lots of mistakes. Winks sent the ball out versus turning his head at least. Kieran says, not now, only the league to focus on. Was Wilf hurt? I think he was just knackered, to be honest with you. That is an easy call for offside. Send the linesman to Cardiff. That's too far away from his home in Manchester. I don't think he'll go there. Niggy says, Leicester, hold your heads high. That's where your head's at, isn't it, Manny? But they can hold their heads high.
Massively. I thought that was a really good performance. We played well. We largely shut United out. They had to bring Garnacho in at half-time. We forced them to change it. You know, we said, didn't we? The second Ndidi went off, watch this game change. And it did. We conceded 2. Winks gave the ball away about 5 times, I think it was, in half an hour. It was as simple as that. We lost Ndidi and we couldn't maintain the cohesion that we had before. United inevitably are going to come on to you. And to be fair, it has been a stinking decision that has stopped it from going from extra time. And there's nothing to say that we might not have won it in extra time or certainly on penalties. It's a crapshoot. So, you know, I think we can hold our heads up high. We're away at United. You know, we're the small team. They're the big team. The onus is on them to win this fixture. The bookies' odds will tell you our probability chance of winning the match. I thought we played really solidly today. Positives, massive positives with Ndidi, but not just that. Akoli, I thought he was really good today. I don't know about you, mate. I thought he was really good today. Great to have him back. Do you remember that clearance where he saved the ball off the line?
Yeah.
That is some awesome centre-back play. So and Woyo playing left-back largely stopped Diallo. That is some really, I know I keep using the word positive, but it is positive.
Yeah, mate, I hear you. Right. I was going to say a photo is up on the Foxes Talk site. Unbelievable. You just know that Talk Shite will not mention it. And then finally here, Blue Fox Rose says, we hope we can take positives from that game. At least we had some good spells of play. Linesman to blame for not staying up with the play. Right. We are at the end of the watch along. I hope you enjoyed it, Manny, first of all. Hope you enjoyed taking part, mate.
Well, it's not whether I enjoyed it, it's whether the people out there enjoyed it. So, look, I'm more than happy to go back to the postmat and leave you alone with your beer and the boys. But we thought we'd try something a little bit different today. It was a cup game, it was United. We thought we'd give it a go to see what the dynamic is like with the two of us. But, you know, some people might call us stale in pace. You never know. But, you know, maybe some people enjoyed it. We'll try and do a better job with the syncing and the rest of it. And but we just thought we'd try and do something different on a Friday night today.
Lovely stuff. Well, as every regular on here knows, that this isn't it for content. We are going now over to the Insta match reaction. If you're watching on YouTube, it's a live redirect. You don't need to do anything. You'll just be taken straight there. If you're watching on Twitter, you will not be redirected. So head over to YouTube, Blue Tinted Glasses, and come and join the discussion. The match ratings is in the description of the next video. I've also put it in the comments. It's also on Twitter. Go and fill in your match ratings. We will see you. I will see you on Sunday morning. But yeah, see you soon. See you at the instant match reaction.